make sure you texted something right on a stat. Say that shit to my face. Right. Like, I respect it more for it to come from your mouth than for you to try to subliminally throw shots at me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like it's gonna be received worse because now you bringing people that don't know our situation, don't know me, right, to comment under some shit or like a post, and then I'm asking you about it, and then you trying to say, well, you hurt me or you did this, blah 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 blah. My ex-husband did that shit. That shit is toxic as a bitch. I'm gonna
tell you, like that's a red flag for me. Like if I even see you doing that to somebody else, even as a homie, if I see you doing some lame shit like that, I can't fuck with you no more.
I'm blocking you ASAP.
I can't fuck with you no more. Whether it's Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. If you telling the world about our problems, I can't fuck with you.
Yeah, you know what I will say about that though? I thought about that too for a long time. Like I thought like that, and then I realized like I wasn't going through no shit like that, no like relationship shit. But sometimes you get to a point where you feel like you ain't got nobody to talk to. And you really feel like you can't even address that person, whoever you're talking about. Mm-hmm. But you feel like you gotta get it out.
I feel like it depends on what it is.
So you have to say it. Like that's the only safe space you feel like you can say it.
Yeah, but social media is people that maybe you went to high school with. Like,
right. No.
Struggles.
I'm not saying
hey, you good. Like, hey, right. You want to go out for lunch? Like,
I'm not saying that's right. All I'm saying is that you can get to a point where you feel like you can't talk to nobody, and this is the only place where you feel safe. Because in actuality, you're not really talking to anybody directly. You just saying it. But that's not where we at. It's 2020. Like journals ain't.
When I feel lonely, I gotta write this on social media. Like you.
But ain't no journals. Like that ain't a thing now. Social media is the thing.
To write your thoughts down. Like.
I'm not disagreeing. I agree with what y'all was saying. What y'all saying. I'm just trying to give y'all the.
You trying to play devil's
advocate? Yeah, I feel just trying to get an explanation of where I can see where somebody is at. It's like I don't feel comfortable talking to whoever I'm talking about, and I don't have anybody else to talk to.
But if you're in a relationship or you talking to somebody, you have to be comfortable with communicating. That's one thing that I've learned is that communication is key. You got to be able to be
Everybody don't make it comfortable though.
Well, then you don't need to be with that person. Like y'all need not to be together because if y'all don't feel comfortable with having some real life conversations, then y'all maybe should just be cool. Maybe y'all should just, talk to get to know each other because the key, I would say one of the top 5 things to a relationship is communication. If you feel more comfortable airing your laundry and expressing yourself on social media with people that don't know you versus the person that maybe you laying next to or you talking to on a daily basis, that's a problem. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think that just society has made it acceptable. Like, I have removed people on social media that want to talk about their significant other or want to air their dirty laundry on there. Like, oh, you need to calm down. I've been in people messenger like, hey, that's not cool. Like, or I have removed people. Like, I don't have time for it. If your energy is super negative and overwhelming and every other day, one day you good, the next day you not, you posting a picture with him, and then the next day you talking about some you single. Like, I don't need to be your friend. Much going on. Like, I don't want to be around that.
Pull that up a little bit more.
Communication is one of the most important things when it comes to a relationship.
You can pull it up like this.
Where you think communication fail? 20-minute women.
I think that like we are super quick with like claiming relationships or saying we're in a relationship with the person versus like taking the time to talk and understanding goals and aspirations. So like when I'm dating somebody, like I'm dating with the intent of like longevity. Like I'm not 20 no more. Like I'm not trying to be like, oh, we talking and then 3 months down the line, like, oh, okay, we not talking and then we take a break for 2 months and now we want to talk again. Like I want to know what your goals are. Like, what are we trying to do? Like, I don't say that fresh out of the gate, but like I think that when you are courting someone, that means you're spending time with them. You're talking to them about like where they are and what do they find themselves wanting to do in the future. You are seeing if that's aligned with what you're trying to do. So I think that we sometimes try to make things work with people when in reality, maybe you haven't taken the time to figure out their personal goals and aspirations, so that you're just trying to fit in with that person because maybe you're physically attracted to them or maybe you've known them for a while. So I think it's just like not having a clear understanding of where y'all trying to go. Because if y'all get to that point where y'all saying y'all a unit and we trying to build something, y'all have to have an overall goal together. Like, I can't be with one person. They saying, oh, I want to stay in Milwaukee, but my aspiration is to like move out of state and go and start a school. Like, that's the foundation. Like, figuring out where are you? What do you want to do? This is where I'm trying to go. Versus like, if I'm talking to a person that want kids and I know I don't want kids, I'm not going to keep entertaining that.
No,
you know, so I think it's a lot of like, we say we together so quickly, and then when these things come up, that's where conflict come, right? Like
that lust phase, that infatuation stage.
Yeah, that's real.
People too quick to try to claim something because they selfish and they don't want nobody else to have access to it.
Yeah,
so they rush into something that they ain't really prepared
Facts.
for.
That's exactly it. It ain't about love or commitment or none of that shit. It's possession. Like people possessive.
Definitely possessive.
I got that.
I had a conversation with my homegirl, and I was like basically explaining it to her that if you can look back and say, "Oh, you don't love them no more," then you never loved them because real love is unconditional. So whether they're strong or right,
I've said that.
I told you I love you to this day.
I've said that to girls that I done been with. I was like, and that's how I be when people be shitting on people like on social media about
you don't love them.
Like if you talking shit about that person like that and claiming you like not fucking with them like that, you never loved them to begin with.
Period.
Exactly.
And I've had times where I had to be like, hey, that wasn't even love. Like, hey, that was like, that was lust. Like, I was being super irrational.
I wouldn't even say lust. I think it's just sometimes you just get caught up in the moment sometimes with certain people. And sometimes
that's lust right there.
That's lust.
Not even just the sex thing though. It's like
you could be lustful and not have sexual attraction.
You could be blinded in the beginning, and that's that infatuation, that like that little honeymoon phase where you just meet somebody and it's like, yo, I'm about to go over here. It's like forget everything else. That's where I want to be at. That's that infatuation phase where you skip over flaws.
Yeah,
and you ignoring them red flags.
Yeah, ignoring them red flags.
They say
I done dealt with people and it's like a year plus into it, it's like, damn, did I really know you? Mm-hmm. Like, who is this? Like, this is not the same person I was dealing with. Like, who are you right now?
And I say one flaw as women have is like when we are getting to know a person, we'll tell them all of the things that we want. Like, oh, I want this, or I'm big on spending time. I read a book. It said like you're dating a person's like alter ego for 6 months. Like you're not really dating a real person until like after that 6 month mark. But I have learned from my own personal experience, because I don't want to speak about all women, but I have a couple of friends that have experienced the same thing. We share too much on the front end, and people who could be.
I don't think that's a bad thing, though.
But it is a bad thing if it's somebody that doesn't have the right intentions. If the person don't have the right intentions. If somebody is struggling with like, oh, okay, I want to be manipulative, or I'm trying to woo this person earlier on, like that is a bad thing.
I don't think that's manipulative, though. I think
they can change themselves off of what you want.
Yeah, because they want to be with you. I don't think that's a bad thing.
And to be honest,
but they just fall short. In the end, they just fall short, and that's it. I don't think it's a manipulative thing.
It can be, though.
So it could be.
Depends on the person.
If I say I want financial stability, and you telling me that you're doing X, Y, Z to make sure, and then you don't got no job, like you was lying, you being manipulative. So like
I was talking about on an emotional level.
Right.
Okay, I feel
it's
you.
like if you feel like you want somebody to spend time with you, or you want somebody that talks a lot, or and maybe they might not be a person that has a lot of time on their hands, or they might be a person that's not very talkative. But they try to do that with you in the beginning because they like you.
Yeah.
And you said that's what you want.
Yeah. And you got to appreciate, too, the effort. I think that sometimes us women, we
and see, that's where
impatient.
I think,
like, they be like, oh, well, like, it's been a month. And it's like, bro, like, you don't see the little progress.
Not even a month, though. Sometimes I feel like deep into a relationship, like, Consistency is what women want. And I feel like you got to give a man, when he fall off, you got to say that. Like, yo, you falling off. I need you to step back up and do this. And women won't do that. Or if they do it, they won't give you a chance to really, they expect you to just do like that.
Yeah. What if you say it and then the person don't receive it? Because some people like, I mean, I've been raised to hold myself accountable, and I've been raised that like when you care about somebody, you acknowledge like when they falling off because you want them to be their best selves. What if a person isn't reflective and they don't want to hold themselves accountable? Then what happens?
I think, like we talk about this, like we said this a lot on here, like perception is reality, right? Mm-hmm. And I think everybody has a different perception of things. So his perception can feel like he's doing everything that you want him to do. Just because he know he's trying to do that.
Yeah.
And maybe he's not meeting that level where you want him to be.
Maybe not fast
and
enough.
That's where that communication comes in.
But that's something you can't connect with. It's just that she's saying, "Oh, you not doing this," and he's saying, "Like, yo, I'm trying. I'm doing it. Like I'm doing it. Like I feel like I'm doing it. Yeah. I'm giving it my all."
I think too, this is the thing that I feel like we are all just struggling with, whether it's men or women. We don't know how to love people. So like, I don't know if you guys have heard of love languages. Mm-hmm. I've read books. I have done like, the tests, and even just like with my sisters, like knowing how they need to be loved, right? So is it quality time? Is it acts of service, right? Is it physical touch or gifts or words of affirmation? I think that like a person who is words of affirmation, so you building them up, gassing them up, right? But you are more so acts of service, so you doing stuff, but that's not filling their cup. So they're acknowledging you're not getting the job done, but hey, I did the dishes, I took out the trash, I'm doing it. That's not what that person needs. So it goes back to what you were saying, Abe, is just like communication. Like, how do you want to be loved? How do you want to feel supported and empowered to be your best self? And I think that when you are with people, you're so wrapped up in like, this is how I want it, that you kind of disregard how they want to be loved. So it goes back to talking. Like, hey, like, how do you be your best self?
I don't even know if it's about like what you want. I think just about how you know how to show love. Like, you have to go back to like how you was raised. Like, how did your parents teach you what love is? Like, how did your parents express their love to you?
Yeah, some people didn't get that.
Yeah. And sometimes you inherit that and not even realize that you did.
Yeah.
And I've learned that about myself over the last like year. And I'm 29. Like, I'm 29 years and just realizing that, yo, like my parents didn't show me affection like that. Like they did more than their parents did. But like saying I love you wasn't really a thing.
Right.
Hugging and kissing wasn't really a thing for me. Like I didn't do that. We didn't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's not my way to show love.
But
taking care of my family, that's what I saw my dad do. My dad took care of us. So if I'm with a woman, I'm taking care of you. But some women ain't like that. They don't look at that as love.
And that's when they go back to what she's saying. Because you doing all that, and you like,
I'm love you. Yeah, like I love you. I'm taking care of you. I love you.
But I think the biggest thing is like we all have experienced trauma. Everybody has. Some on a larger capacity than others. So like me knowing that I have experienced trauma, me knowing like, okay, maybe my parents weren't as affectionate as I desire to be. I have to figure out how I'm giving out my love. Like I like doing stuff for people and I like spending time with people, right? So that's the way that I give it. But I'm still not being selfish to the point where like, if that's not how you feel love, like I'm not gonna keep doing that shit. Like I'm gonna take the time to ask you like, does this make you happy or what else do you need from me? Oh, I need more hugs. Oh, I need more kisses, right? Like I want you to lay up under me. Like, okay, I have to adjust what's comfortable for me to make that other person feel loved and embraced. So I think it's too acknowledging, you know, our past experiences, knowing that everyone's perception of how they should be loved is going to be different, but taking the time to ask somebody, like, what do you need? How can I support you? How can I make you feel loved?
You know, one thing I think about or surrounding that love language, like the big talk around that is about learning, you know, whoever you with, your love language and showing them that love. But I think it should be more talk surrounding that if you know that's your mate's love language, if they're doing that to you, you should be able to realize, like, okay, I know this person loves me because they're giving
Doing
me what
that,
their
yes.
love language is.
That's true. I agree with that. But sometimes too, you gotta. I think that us women, we won't.
Yeah, you want what fulfills you. I realize that. Like not just women, people in general. Like, you want what fulfills you in the love language. But I feel like if you in it with somebody, you should recognize that, okay, that's their love language and they're giving that to me. So now I know they love me.
Basically,
it,
understanding
acknowledging
and
it.
accepting how I love.
Yeah.
I think it's both ways. Like accepting it too, but also saying like, hey, can we spend more time? I noticed, you know, that you've been working a lot. Like, even if yours is quality time, but theirs might just be doing stuff, right? Acts of service. Like, hey, I appreciate that you're doing this, this, and this, like to make sure that the house is, you know, 100, but can we have a date night, right? Like, I think it goes both ways, but I don't know. We are sometimes super selfish and we are so self-absorbed. We say, this is what I want and this is how I want it to be, that we tend to damage more people, right? Like, you break their heart, then they go to the next person that's ready for love and want to have a really good relationship. And if you all messed up in the head and didn't figure out all of the traumatic experience that has happened in the past with your past significant others, then you messed them up. It's just like an endless cycle, you know? So, I mean, it's an ongoing thing where we need to stop being focused on what we want and remembering that unconditional love is about everybody else. Like, you display that and making sure that everybody else is good and so that they feel supported too. That's my little rant.
That's why I feel like it's important to be alone sometimes. Be alone with your own thoughts. And to be able to, I don't know, it's just important to be able to be by yourself. So because you gotta love yourself first. You can't just be hopping in relationships.
Fact. 2020
Because
has
if you ain't
helped
ready,
us
then you just
isolate
wasting
ourselves
people's
for
time.
sure.
Or you could hurt somebody else just because you ain't, you know, you ain't ready to be in another relationship.
Feel you.
Hey, but that's where insults stem. Because if I come to you as a man and I'm keeping it 100 with you and I'm like, look, I'm not ready for a relationship, then it's like, oh, I'm a little boy or I'm a fuck boy or I'm this. I told you straight up.
Are you trying to smash though and still say like, oh, I'm not ready for a relationship? Because us women are emotionally attached though. Like, you can't be like, oh, I'm not want to be in a relationship and y'all going on dates, y'all talking every day, you smashing. Like, most women, they have that emotional attachment once y'all physically connect. So it's like, you can't say on one end like, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship, but
and
y'all
treating her like you her girlfriend.
Like y'all,
I realized that.
Family,
But
hey,
I'm
Thanksgiving,
honest
hey,
but
this my
I'm honest from
friend.
jump.
Yeah, but what that is from a man, it's like you just being a gentleman. Like, you've been taught to be a good person to people.
And like you said, you my friend.
You can be a gentleman without doing all that extra stuff though. You could be a gentleman without doing the physical.
But look, I'm gonna be real with you.
True.
But even if without doing the physical, y'all will still fall for it because this is you look at it like, this is the type of man that I want. He's doing all the things that I want, regardless if we having sex or not.
And you gonna throw the lob even if I'm not looking for the lob. You gonna throw the lob. And I'm not. Of course, I'm gonna catch it.
I'm gonna be thinking.
How?
I feel like y'all don't think with this head. Like, sometimes y'all just be like, oh, all right,
No,
it's there.
I can completely enjoy your company and not want to and tell you out gate, I don't want to be in a relationship, but I do enjoy your company. You're gonna enjoy my company as well. We're gonna kick it. Okay, I cannot be on that. But if you own that, if you get on that, I'm not gonna tell you to get off it.
You to be a gentleman and be like, hey, like, no,
listen.
we already talked about this. I feel like.
But the flesh is the flesh.
Facts.
That's
The flesh
true.
is
The flesh is I feel what you're saying, but like, if y'all know sometimes the women that you are connecting with have those types of intentions, don't put yourself in a situation where you have to even just be like, oh, she throwing the lob, I'm finna do it.
But I still enjoy your friendship. I still enjoy spending time with you. That doesn't mean that I want to be with you. If you know that, and this is how you are, then why don't you respect it enough to not throw the lob? Don't throw it. If you don't want to put yourself in that position, don't throw that. Don't throw it at me because you know I'm a man at the end of the day and I'm going to catch it.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Don't throw it.
Not even getting to that point. Like you said, like you just said, if you're a man, you expect the man to turn it down. Like, no. If I told you we not doing this, you as a woman should not be trying to throw it to me.
Yeah, I think it also depends on the woman. Like, I mean, I don't know what y'all go through on a daily basis with women. I think that sometimes, women are yearning so much to have not even a piece of, I would say piece of relationship. If you're telling them you don't want a relationship, right? Even just that little connection is going to make them feel like that they can change your mind, right? But like, I think that consistency, like, hey, no, this is not what we're on. Don't even like, oh, let's do a Netflix and chill type of thing. Like, if you know that could lead to something, like, why even put yourself in a situation?
Why can't I chill and watch movies with my friend?
Because y'all already know what most of the time Netflix and chill ends up to be.
So you saying basically I can't have a female friend then?
I'm not saying you can't have a female friend. I'm saying that there should be clear boundaries around that. So if you're saying to a person like, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship, in my eyes, this is what it looks like. That means that we can kick it.
But I'm not looking for a relationship is not the same as I'm not looking to have sex.
True.
I mean, I guess. And then that's something that y'all should say on the front end. I'm not looking for a relationship, but every now and again, I want to slide in. Like, do y'all even say stuff like that?
The funny thing is, a lot of women don't be looking for relationships.
Then that's on them.
But wait, let me finish. A lot of women don't be looking for relationships, but they just don't want community dick. So they basically want to be selfish for their damn self. You want to keep me. You don't want to be in a relationship, but you just don't want to make. You want to make sure I'm not fucking nobody else.
Yeah.
And let's go back to what I said.
I can't really relate.
I don't have like usually when I say like, okay, I don't want to be in a relationship, then they come down to that. Well, you can't be doing this and doing that. Well, if I'm finna be loyal to you and only fuck you, then I might as well be your man.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't give those types of boundaries.
But it's that possession shit. Like I was just saying,
you want to be.
It's not about it's not about being in a relationship. It's about being possessive.
Like
absolutely,
guys do that too.
Absolutely. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Men do it. Men are worse than women being possessive.
Like, they be like the
men are worse than women than being possessive for sure.
Can't get rid of it. It's got to be like no, like know it. But I feel what you guys are saying. I think the biggest thing is like I'm super direct with like where I'm trying to go, whether like we friends or like if I'm looking to want to be a relationship with you, I'm just gonna tell you that, and then I'm gonna respect whatever decision you make. But not every person thinks like that. So I feel like it depends on the person.
I think that comes with age because I've heard women say that. And I've known women that said that in the situation that they're in.
Yeah.
But if it get to a point where the man is doing things that she doesn't want him to do just because she's expecting their thing to go a certain way, it's not going to be that easy.
And I think where a lot of women go wrong is that you say that too soon. Like, I'm a logical being, so I understand that I need to get to know you. So don't tell me after like 2-3 times we kicking it that you want to be in a relationship, because now I'm looking at you like you crazy. Because I know for a fact I don't know you, so there's no way you could know me because I don't really reveal a lot.
Yeah.
So you telling me you want to be with me, you don't know who I am. Now I'm like, something wrong with her. Like, why you trying to force this? Now you force it, you doing too much.
All right.
So now I'm finna hit you with that fallback because it's like
that's what a block.
I don't block you. I don't block you.
Seriously, like no sir.
You did the OJ.
Oh my life. I mean, it's crazy people everywhere. It's people that want to be in control of stuff all the time. It's people that's needy and have to have somebody to make them feel complete. But if you're not taking the time, like what you said, Jared, taking the time to isolate yourself and be comfortable with, being alone, you're never going to be able to fulfill another person's, space. If you can't even be comfortable in your own. Date yourself.
Right.
Feel like me. Take yourself out to eat and shit. Like,
I do that.
I do that
Yeah.
all the
Like 2 weeks
time. I'm
ago.
loving
Yeah.
it. Like, get a manicure.
You
get
went
a
to the movie?
pedicure.
Man, I went to the movie.
How
They had
cheap
a
is that shit
burger.
now?
It's cheap.
They're
Hey, and it was
open?
empty. When nobody in there, I was in there by myself. Feet kicked up. They brought me my burger. Made me smile.
Yeah, date yourself.
Yeah. I used to go nowhere by myself.
Is that rental shit where
When I
you
was
get
younger.
the $99 to rent the whole theater out? Is that a thing here? I heard
don't
about
know.
that shit. Is
I
that
don't
here?
know. I don't know,
I
but it was
fuck around and do that
only me
shit.
in there because everybody's scared right now. So you might as well just go.
I ain't went
Ain't
since
nobody in there.
Bad Boys 3 came out.
Yeah, that was the last
Yeah.
time I went. Yeah.
They're having drive-throughs now, like drive-ins.
Mhm.
Drive-ins.
They have them here? They have them here?
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I think in the Marcus Theater has them. I think in like the Waukesha location where you can do 2 movies. But most
The
of the
Waukesha in
the movie
by
theater. Right by
Majestic?
Texas.
Is it
Yeah,
Majestic?
yeah. I think that is by Texas Roadhouse or whatever.
oh no, that's the one by your job, right? By Texas Roadhouse?
No, that's in New Berlin. You talking about the one in Waukesha.
I don't
Ain't
know.
that Texas Roadhouse over
I
there
feel
though?
It's
like
one
there's
where
a
she
couple
talking
of
about,
Texas
too.
Roadhouses,
Oh.
but you can do 2 movies. You can pay like $30 for your car, and then you can order food, and they'll bring you food to your car. I mean, I think that's super like throwback. I used to love
I ain't
drive-ins.
never been on one.
I've never
Super
been to a
it was
drive-in.
cool.
classic,
But hey,
man.
the funny thing about going to the drive-in is that like they kind of Bluetooth it through your car so that you use your car audio.
Oh.
So you gotta have your car on the whole time. People's car was dying around us. It was a little
Wow.
golf cart
Oh,
riding
damn.
around, jumping people. Cause your car gonna shut off every
Right.
show off.
You ain't
Like
got no message, do you? About somebody being here? I thought I heard somebody knocking.
no, I'm good.
Yeah, good conversations, guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to put that on my list. Never been no drive-in.
Yeah, I ain't never been one either. I didn't even know they existed until now, until like the pandemic happened and they got to talking about it. I
You gotta
never
be
knew
creative.
it was still a thing. I thought they would have destroyed all that shit. I thought that was like a 70s, 80s thing,
Yeah.
40 years ago.
Like they have to adjust, like the way that it is, right? Like they still have to sustain. They don't want to go out of business, so
Mhm.
they're still trying to make
shit
money.
Shit gonna be coming back. man.
Everything come full circle.
I mean, eventually it's gonna come back, but when?
That shit
Like
coming back next year.
you think 2021?
Yeah, everything come back. Everything gonna go back to normal.
Babe, you know how high the numbers are in regards to like the confirmed cases?
But I mean, what we gonna do?
Right.
We didn't pretty much done everything we can do at this point. It was like, what else can we do other than the
I
vaccine?
mean-
The vaccine is the only thing that can do different.
I feel like everywhere I go, whether it's a gas station, like people aren't even wearing masks.
Man,
Like
I go
I mean, the
everywhere. I don't
no
see
mask
nobody with no
order.
mask.
Yeah.
Like,
Earlier
no mask order, clubs
earlier
still
on.
open. Like bars
Yeah, in
and
the
clubs
club.
still
Yeah,
open.
in the bar.
Like,
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
mean?
no,
There's
no,
so
no,
much
yeah.
more we can do in this
the bars, if you want to throw that there in the bars, but the regular daytime shit I do, going to the grocery store, going to whatever restaurant, going to the gas, wherever. The nighttime shit is a little bit different.
I've
But-
never seen a person get turned away if they did not have a mask on. Like, I mean, for the most part, like groceries are pretty consistent. But like, I've been in a Walmart where somebody didn't have a mask on and they didn't get, removed
it's always those outliers that one asshole
But
who don't want to listen.
every
but-
time I go
Right.
to a gas station, I have like literally, I can be sitting in the car pumping my gas. I can count maybe 5 or
But that-
more people that's
but
coming
that's
in
what
with
I'm
a
saying,
mask with a
like-
sign it says no mask order, like no mask or no entry.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not gonna go nowhere. Americans is not like we didn't did at the point where they shut everything out down. That was as good as we was gonna get, as far as abiding by things doing. Where they shut bars down, couldn't go in the. That was as good we was gonna get.
But then they open the bars and close back up. Literally, like, I don't know if that's what the hell is that? It's on Villard. Is it the Onyx? I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
It's somewhere over like, I think it's called the Onyx or whatever.
I know
like,
what you're talking about. Yeah.
it was like plenty
Cracking.
people,
But
no mask in line. Like,
But you know what I
they
don't-
gonna go in there.
What I don't like about now is they keep recording that the cases are going up, but are the
they are.
deaths going up?
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
dude,
yeah.
Here go another thing. Of course, the case is gonna go up. Look
No,
how many
I mean the
students-
death rate. Of course, more people are dying
From
still, but
it.
I'm saying the rate at the whatever how many ever months ago you want to go back, the cases rate versus the death rate. Now the cases are going up, but are the death rates going up at the same?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I don't like. They keep saying, "Oh, the case is going up. The case is going up," but are people dying? I think that's what's more important, right? If people getting it, they getting it. But if they surviving for it, what do it matter?
But the symptoms they vary depending on the person. So like, you could have COVID and you might just have a fever every now and again. You might have COVID and you might have headaches and you just thinking that you dehydrated. I might have COVID and I might.
Have you got a test?
Hell yeah. I work in schools. Yes,
Oh.
I do. Like, yes. Like,
You got a test?
No.
No, you got a test?
Yeah. For work. Yeah.
Yes,
we got to check
I
our temperature
have.
every day.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did plenty of the little temperature.
I did all the temperatures.
But-
I've never got a test.
But the scary thing about it is not everybody will have a fever. You can have
Everybody
COVID
not
and
gonna
not
have
even have a
symptoms.
fever.
But here's my kicker though. If they were really so worried about it, then why are all these students returning to campuses?
I mean, well, schools are shutting down. So like, okay, with my job,
Man,
you
they
know-
The semester damn near over now, but like at the beginning of the semester, you should have seen how many kids is by Marquette, how many
mean,
kids is by UW.
they-
They all back in the
yeah, I
dorms. You
feel
finna
you.
stuff all these people back in this little
Yeah.
area.
Not even just that. All the other schools, and I think that's where I think from the beginning at least, I don't know now, but that's where all the increasing rates in most states was in the rural areas. It wasn't in the city areas. And that's because all the rural areas was going back to school. Like I drive, my job is out in Racine. So I drive through all these little farm areas and I be seeing all them kids at school, getting picked up at school by the buses, all that.
you know,
But the Milwaukee public schools didn't go back to school.
But you know, Milwaukee is considered to be the hub of like large numbers of COVID, like to the point where like Chicago has prevented people from coming from Wisconsin to like or Illinois to like people who are from Wisconsin to go into Illinois. So like, I think it's because, yeah, we had a shutdown, but we weren't being, in a sense, proactive.
Yeah, because
with-
Illinois shut down
yeah,
before us.
Yeah, like we weren't being
And they opened up.
proactive. Like people aren't social
And they
distancing.
about to shut back down again.
Yeah, starting on Monday. We weren't being proactive with all of the things we needed to be doing. Like, okay, yeah, NPS shut down, but like I do a lot of work in, public charters and private schools. Them schools was open. Like, to me, I felt some type of way about it. Like my daughter, I have an 11-year-old daughter. They was like, oh, we're opening up school. I was like, oh, hell no. Like you doing virtual learning. Like, because it's just like, if a parent catches it and they're exposed to it, kids can catch it.
So are you
kids
scared
going
of?
to
So
school.
are you worried about it?
From my personal experience in like the past week, I coach in 7 schools. 6 out of those 7 schools are shutting down starting on Monday or have already shut down because of the large number of teachers and students that caught it. So like there has been a large increase of people that are catching it in the schools. Like, yeah.
No,
Yes,
but
I
what
am
I mean,
concerned about it.
are you worried about getting it for you or for your daughter or for?
I mean, I have to make sure that I'm just continuing to be safe, right? So like getting tested, doing what I need to do. I've shifted a lot of my coaching to virtual, so I'm working remote, but like the reality is everyone's symptoms are different, so you might not even know that you have it until like maybe you lose your taste or maybe you lose your smell, or sometimes you don't even know that you have it until maybe you say, I'm just going to go get tested and then it comes back positive. But I am concerned, for our city if we aren't being, more serious about the matter. Y'all know in January and February, it's a large amount of people that get the flu. So like on top of that and this, like, I mean, it could be super serious.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I don't think kids should be in schools right now. I do believe that right now they should be they should be virtual. You know, and I do also see that it's a little bit more overwhelming for teachers and leaders trying to adjust to that. But it's what's best for our families. And I know parents, it's frustrating. Me having to figure out all of this stuff for my child to be successful is overwhelming, but we got to do what's best for everybody. Because I don't want nobody close to me to get real sick. I don't want nobody close to me to pass. So, like, we got to be smart, you know? And I don't think that kids should be getting graded. Like, I don't think that they should be getting graded off of subjects like A, B, C. It should be like pass or fail right now because parents are learning how to teach their kids virtually on top of working jobs and trying to cope with their own trauma from a pandemic. And I don't believe that it's fair. Shit, I don't believe that it's fair. Like that, oh, if you don't log in at this time, you get docked for this, or oh, you didn't have this packet, so you got to get quizzed for this. Like, I think that we trying to fight certain things that we shouldn't even be fighting versus trying to get educated on this and figuring out how we can service our community.
Everybody's just trying to adjust.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's going to take a long time. Nobody has experienced a pandemic ever, you know? So, but that stuff is crazy. I just be wanting to tell people, wear a mask. It's not hard. Just put it on. Right. It's not for your safety. It's for the safety of others. You ain't going to die.
You put a mask on.
I mean, yeah, seriously.
I was putting the mask on before they mandated, and it wasn't for me. It was just like how you said. It was for other people. I wanted to make sure other people was good and other people was comfortable. I'm not worried about that shit.
I keep 3 in my car.
And we're 3 times.
Man, I got so many.
I got a car one though for sure.
I got so many though. I got 2 packet. I got like 20 of them blue ones, them little blue mesh type ones. I got like I got like
all that work.
I got like 5 or 6 cloth ones.
Yeah.
Like,
we're 3 times.
I just make sure I got them, and it's
versus a white person.
Yeah, and it ain't for me because I ain't worried about getting it. Like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, then I don't. But
be careful.
I'm a survivor.
And then, like, the only other people I would be worried about getting is my parents because they older, but they not worried about it. So, like, I'm not worried about nobody. I got 2 younger kids, but I'm not worried about them. Shit, they be sick all the damn time anyway. So, they probably done had it 2 or 3 times at this point. So it don't even matter.
Cardi B said, coronavirus. It is real. Like, that's for real. Like, seriously.
I just wear it for other people. I ain't, and just because I don't want nobody saying no crazy, I ain't trying to argue with nobody in public about no dumb shit about a fucking mask. It ain't even worth it to me.
Yeah, and I feel like too, though, when you have the person that's over our country saying that COVID isn't serious and we should be wearing a mask, like.
Then now, his ass got it.
Like, you know.
But then he survived it, so it's like.
He got the vaccine. I mean, I'm sure they probably gave him a vaccine or something, like has some type of, you know, they built some type of sense of urgency for him to get better. But do you know, like, all of the people that his administrative team, they've been catching it left and right. Mm-hmm. All of them in the White House, you know, so you can't say that it isn't real, you know. But you still got people out there that don't believe in wearing masks, and they will argue you up and down to not wear one. It's ridiculous. Like, just put it on. Like, put it on.
Why you don't want to wear one? You could have put one on and been on your way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be on this too long, but I'm gonna say this just to end it. But I believe in Corona. I believe in COVID-19, whatever you want to call it. But beyond that, everything else that's said out there, I don't believe it. Because it's just too inconsistent.
Like, what else? What do you mean? What else is out there?
Like what is it when you got it, but you don't show no symptoms? What they call it? Asymptomatic. Like, what is that?
Yeah. Like,
it's basically like you're just a carrier.
But how you carry something and don't show no symptoms? Like, that don't make sense to me. I've never heard of that with any other disease.
Shit.
Anything.
I done heard plenty broads say that they didn't know they had some shit.
No.
What you mean?
Wait. Not knowing is different from having
They
it.
didn't show no signs. I'm like, oh damn, you was out here like that.
She was ignoring it. She was ignoring the signs. That's different. She was ignoring the signs. That's completely different.
She was in denial.
But saying that somebody got a disease, but they don't show quote unquote symptoms, which I've heard. Let me take that back, because I've heard of, they say certain STDs can be dormant. They call it dormant.
Yeah.
Or you can be dormant with STD. You don't have any of the signs, but you have it. But then within time, though, you do show
will reveal
symptoms.
itself.
Yeah. But with all these other people that they say is asymptomatic, they not. It's
Like,
no
how do you know if
symptoms.
you asymptomatic? You go and get your blood drawn. They're like, oh, you can never catch COVID. Like, what? They don't even the information.
And then even with some of the tests, like homie from the coach from Alabama, the Alabama football, he had like 4 tests, and like 2 of them was positive and 2 of them was negative. But it wasn't like the 2 was positive and then the 2 was negative. He had like a positive. No, he had a negative, then he had a positive.
What the hell?
And then he had another positive, and then he had a negative. And it's like,
Erykah Badu just put something up. She was positive in one nostril and negative in the other.
yeah.
What?
That's
Yeah.
I saw that. I just saw that today. She tested positive and negative. Like, what? What are we? I don't get it. Like, I don't
They
understand.
don't even know. They don't even know.
But I think it's real. People are dying, obviously, and people are having the symptoms that they have in as far as the vascular system. You know, not being able to breathe and or difficulty breathing and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
beyond that, all the test is just, it's not even in the beginning of the NFL season. They were saying a lot of people tested false positive. Like, they tested positive and then they tested them right away again, and they tested negative.
They don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard. Like, I don't,
answers.
and that's why I can't go along with this shutting everything down. And even the wearing the mask thing, like, I do it just because I want to make other people feel comfortable, but I don't even believe in that.
Well, at least you're being respectful to other people and just wearing it, you know.
But yeah, I don't think it's doing anything. Because if somebody like, I've seen people, like, I've seen a nigga walk into the bathroom wearing a mask and piss and walk out and not wash his hands. It's like, bro, you defeating the purpose of what are you doing? This don't make no, like, that's counter fucking productive.
Bro, I see this at the gym like every day. It'd be blowing my mind.
Like, how you wear a mask and walk out the bathroom without washing your hands? It don't make no sense. He's spreading COVID. If he got it, he's spreading COVID. E. coli and all that shit.
He a walking germ.
Like, it don't make no sense. Like, it's I feel like to protect people from COVID, it's much further or much deeper than wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta wash your hands. You gotta sanitize spaces. You have to social distance. Like, you know.
But they just make it seem like, I don't even think social distancing is a thing. I feel like you can be close to somebody as long as y'all not just coughing and spitting,
breathing on each other,
and exchanging, And I feel like you can even shake a motherfucking hand as long as after you shake this nigga hand, you don't touch your face or do nothing crazy like that. But they making it seem like if you just in the area of a motherfucker with COVID, you gonna get COVID. I don't think it's that. I don't think it worked like that.
It don't.
I mean, I don't.
I had a homie. He said his roommate had it and he didn't even get it. And they live in the same damn house.
Yeah. My parents, they neighbor. She live across the street. It's her son, and her brother. They all live in the same house. Her and her son got it, and her brother didn't.
I think it probably.
And I got my Shauna. the mother of my son, she worked in the medical field. She ain't got it yet. And she worked in, she's what is it? Respiratory therapist. So she worked directly with that because coronavirus affects the respiratory.
Yeah.
So she works directly in that, and she ain't got it yet.
Maybe it depends on like if you're immune to it or your immune system. Like, I mean, I don't know.
But the point that I'm making is that we don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Even the people that's working professionally, they don't know. They saying things, but we don't know. They don't really know.
I feel you. I agree with that.
And I feel like they should just say that. Like, we don't know. Just say that. We don't know. This is what we think, but we don't know.
I agree with
I feel like people in general have a hard time with saying, I don't know, the stuff.
Yeah. It's okay not to know. You
It's
know?
definitely okay not to know. The wise man knows he knows nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
T.I. got some hits.
You think T.I.'s gonna get Jeezy?
I love both of them. You can't play something for me, either one of them, that I ain't heard.
So who you think will win between
T.I.?
Over Jeezy?
Yes.
I can't see it.
I think
I
T.I.
can't see it.
I think T.I.
And it ain't easy. That ain't easy for me to pick T.I.
I think Jeezy would have got him. I think it's perfect for him to be going against Gucci.
You know what, though?
I think so. I think it's a better matchup.
Perfect.
Jeezy and Gucci?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Gucci
I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think that was going to happen.
Songs, dog. Gucci catalog long.
Ridiculous.
Gucci catalog long.
On Spotify, you got
But the thing is, though, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know Gucci's catalog long.
You right.
A lot of people don't know that Gucci.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I would, if it wasn't for my guy, Darius, I wouldn't even know how long that nigga Gucci catalog was.
Man, Gucci got so many damn songs.
So when is the battle? November 19th?
Still on the same day?
Next week, Thursday, right?
Yes, we said November 19th.
19th? Okay.
Yep.
What day is it?
Thursday next week, I think.
Oh, yeah. Put my shit on Do Not
I
Disturb.
can't wait till Thanksgiving.
You celebrate that pagan
Jesus
holiday?
like
No, fuck with you.
See the white man. I just want some mac and cheese.
Well, yours is macaroni and cheese. What's y'all's favorite part
the
of
pies?
all
Sweet
the
potato
desserts?
pie,
Really?
pecan pie.
I'm not a pie guy.
Banana pudding.
Banana. I'm the
candy yams.
the desserts.
Damn yams.
And I like the deep fried turkey.
Oh, that's the one. That's the only way I like it.
Give me the deep fry.
Yeah.
That's all I've ever had, like, for the past probably 12 years, maybe 13 years, probably longer than that.
I'd have been to so many people's houses and they be serving that dry ass turkey.
Oven turkey. That been in their oven for
Get
this shit out of here. I don't want that shit.
I want to do you like that.
Some yams and some macaroni and cheese. I'll be good with that.
I mean, have y'all ever been to someone's house like that isn't black on Thanksgiving? Have you ever been? Man, okay.
No, that's a mistake. Why would you do
Look,
that?
look.
I only go to family house and all my family black.
Family time.
I was being a nice person. So, I think it was 2 years ago, I had stopped over at one of my co-workers' house for Thanksgiving. Y'all, they Thanksgiving completely different from ours. Like, you know how we have variety? Like variety of meat, variety of desserts. Like, that was my first time having stuffing. I never really understood there was a difference between dressing and stuffing until I had that shit.
They pulling that shit right out the turkey.
I thought they considered it the same thing. I'm sure it's different.
It's completely
different. But I thought they considered it.
Raisins in it.
Yeah.
Like.
And it be in the actual turkey. Like,
No, stop.
What?
This is for real. Look.
No bull.
Okay, so it was raisins. It was raisins.
Like, dog, we played last week. I'm gonna be like,
Shut up, for real. Look. So okay, so they had turkey, that was the meat, and then they had stovetop or stuff. They had stuffing with raisins in it. But I guess that white people Thanksgivings they make green bean casserole.
I was gonna say, I
That
know there's
shit
some
good
casserole
as a
in that
but
joint.
look, it was
She
good.
turned
It was for real. Look,
I don't want
was
it.
different.
I ain't
No,
never had it.
It was different, but it was actually really good. That was the one thing that I was like, oh, okay, like I could mess with this. And then I never heard of them like, I mean, we don't make mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving. We make like homemade mashed potatoes on like a Sunday
A regular
meal, you
day,
know,
yeah.
like, but then they had like, you know, mashed potatoes and gravy. And then I had made sweet potato pie. And it was like, oh, we have pumpkin pie. It's the
Pumpkin
same. I was
pie.
like, no,
No, it ain't.
not the
Nah.
same.
Hey, on the
It's-
pumpkin pie ain't bad.
It ain't.
sweet potato
You
pie.
know who
It ain't
made
bad,
sweet
but
potato
it ain't the same though.
But it ain't bad.
I mean, I'm not a fan of pumpkin though.
Me
like,
neither.
I don't like pumpkin spice anything. I don't like any pumpkin flavor anything. Like, but you know, they was trying to compare it to that, and I was like, nah. Like after I left, I was like, okay, let me go
It's not
over to
the same.
mom's house and get the real deal food. But I mean, is y'all Thanksgiving gonna look different because of everything, or y'all still powwowing with family? What does that look like?
I don't know. I find out.
Business as
Come
usual.
around.
It seemed like it's business as usual. I'm going to the same place I've been the past 3 years. So
Yeah. Yeah, I know. My mom and them was talking about them doing something different. I was like, damn, does that mean I gotta cook? Like, do I gotta cook a whole Thanksgiving meal for my house? Which would be sad.
a lot of people they recommended that virtual Thanksgiving.
Fuck that.
What does that mean?
Right.
Like, what does that
We getting
look
together.
like?
Exactly.
We getting together. Forget it.
Virtual.
Hey, look, I'm gonna
Thanksgiving.
ask how much virtual stuff have y'all done? Like, have y'all done anything virtual?
Every day.
Well, yeah, you work,
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
just like me.
but I mean, like personal.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
I mean, FaceTime. Do
But
they count?
have y'all? But
Girls
so
are different. Like girls will get on to have a whole virtual party for their friend. We different. I'll just call you and chop it up with you and talk to you. I'll see you when I see you.
yeah.
But they different. Like
Do
they had
FaceTime
girls night on
count, though?
FaceTime.
Like, you saying
No,
FaceTime?
what I-
Or
what I
like
mean-
Zoom and
No, what I
stuff?
mean is like traditional stuff that you probably would have done over these months. Has it been virtual or has it just been non-existent?
It's just non-existent. I ain't doing the virtual thing. I'll just suffer through it and we'll make up for it next year.
Yeah, we was talking about
Double up.
doing like virtual like gift exchange in our family, which kind of sucks, you know, because we got a lot of like parents got a lot of grandkids and a lot of nieces and nephews. But I mean, that's what we've been kind of talking about, sharing like a Zoom link and letting them open up gifts virtually. But other than work, you know, I haven't done anything out of the norm. You know, but I haven't really been interacting with my family as much as I have been in the past, which
So y'all
is
just
weird.
y'all
It's
just
super
completely
weird.
canceled out interacting.
Yeah,
y'all
we
ain't even
talk.
tried
We
to-
do FaceTime.
No, okay.
Yeah, but other than that, like, you know, we're not just like kicking it around each other like that.
Okay.
You know, which is different, but I have to respect other people's like boundaries and, you know, them want to make sure that they feel safe, you know.
Right.
So
Especially with your elders, like you don't want to. You don't,
Yeah,
want to
for
put them
sure.
at risk.
Right.
As much as you want to see them, you don't want to put them at risk.
Right.
yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I went to a virtual baby shower this year.
How was that?
It was. I mean, I've never been to a baby shower other than the one that I had for my first son. So I don't know. I don't really know the difference. But I mean, it was regular. To me, it wasn't weird. It wasn't as weird as I thought it was gonna be. But then my cousin, he got married. That I didn't go to that, but if I went to that, I think I would have felt like that was weird. Going to a wedding virtually.
How does that look?
I would.
Yeah,
So, like,
I don't
through,
know.
like,
I
Facebook
don't know. I
Live
didn't
or
do it.
something?
No, they did. He did it on Zoom, but I didn't go to it because I was at work.
Mm.
And then when I got off, I didn't find out about it until I got off. And it was literally the time that it started is the time that I was told. So, but yeah, I don't.
I mean, like
That's the only thing. And I've done. I was gonna be a part of this investment club, and they was doing everything virtually, and that was kind of weird. But just because it was something we were supposed to be, it was supposed to be kind of a business, really, and they were starting it, and it was with people that I didn't know, like I've never met ever in my life. So that was weird. But
I mean, this is the time,
and I decided not to be a part of it. Just not because of that, but some other reasons.
I think this is the time for everybody to get comfortable with like virtual stuff, like Zoom, Google Meet, like when I'm like trying to like interview or connect with people. You know, I don't know if y'all ever heard of like Joy Handshake, but people that's looking for jobs, like they're doing like interviewing virtual. Like a lot of people are starting to shift to that. So, I mean, as much as we might be like, oh, this is kind of weird, because I got invited to a virtual gender reveal. I didn't go to it, but like, you know, I think that now more people are starting to do virtual stuff that, you know, we got to kind of start seeing what some of it is about, which is kind of weird and different, super different.
Yeah. The new norm, as they say. It's the new normal.
True. It's true. Like people getting creative. I had people do trivia nights, karaoke nights, paint and sip, virtual. Crazy.
I miss going to them game nights. Some game nights be cracking. I'm not trying to go to a virtual game night though.
How that work?
It's a wrap.
Like they have websites where you can Google. They give you all the questions, just give you all the steps. Like here's the link, and they take care of all of it for free. Just look into, you know, virtual game night, trivia night. I mean,
that's the thing about
movie
it.
night.
A lot of people looking at it is like a lot of people losing money, like people losing jobs and all that shit. But there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that's making money too.
Yeah, especially with e-commerce. E-commerce is going crazy.
There's a lot of people out here that's just making money, like just coming up with shit. Like, okay, this is what people are doing. So let me come up with something that can align with this.
Fact.
My Wi-Fi trash, so you know, that virtual shit might not work too good.
What's up with the Giannis movie, bro?
I don't even like playing the game online, like playing 2K online. Cause it's slow. Like the fucking reaction ain't the same when both of y'all playing it on the same system.
Start talking about game systems. What? I don't know anything about what's this PS5.
I don't know either.
What is that?
I don't know either. I'm old.
What's the difference? Like what's so special about it? Like why people making memes
new,
about
it's something
it?
faster, and it's gonna be able to adapt to the next.
I ain't even gonna lie, that
4K, 8K,
bitch look like the fucking Tesla. Looking at it, that bitch look like the Tesla systems and shit. I'm like, damn, that bitch look clean. I might get it just to set it up.
Yeah.
Just to set it up on the fucking stand.
PlayStation.
Oh man.
Yeah, it look like a piece of
I
art.
walk in like, I see you. Yeah. Doing things.
It ain't plugged up or nothing. You just got it up there.
Just got it up there.
Don't even have no controls. Just got the system.
Can you put all it? Dog, I ain't even gonna lie. If you could put all the shit on the streaming shit on there, I might get it.
Of course,
like
you
Hulu,
can,
Netflix,
you know
Prime.
all that on there.
Bro, I used to watch like I had my
because I know I know they came up with a PlayStation View.
Yeah.
But they got all the other shit on there too, Netflix. I might fuck around and get it just to set it up, just so I can look at
whatever
it. Damn,
app,
that bitch
whatever
look
app
good.
you need. Whatever app you stream through, you can
How
get it
much
on
does
there.
it cost?
$500.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I barely play my Xbox One.
Man, I ain't turned my Xbox on in so long.
I don't even have a system. There's no system in this house. Not a one.
You got
No games, no
PlayStation 2 or
nothing.
something.
I know nothing.
Not even a Dreamcast?
Nothing.
She said Dreamcast.
No. I'll tell you what I do got. I'm gonna tell you what I do got. I got a Sega Genesis in here. I got a Sega Genesis in here.
I got
That
Game
bitch ain't
Pass.
been that bitch ain't been plugged up in like 20 years. But I got it.
You got GameCube. You got Dreamcast. I said I got Game Pass.
That bitch ain't been plugged up in about 20 years, but I got it. I'm holding on to it. Just hoping one day, the price gonna go up on it.
When the last time you plugged it up, it might not work no more.
Good 20 years.
Damn, yeah, you better plug that up. You gotta make sure it still run.
Probably about when did PlayStation 2 come out?
Man, I don't even know.
About
30 years
Long ass time ago.
I think I was about 16. No, I was younger than that. I wasn't even high school, I think, when that came out. Whenever PlayStation 2 came out, that was the last time it got plugged up.
Damn.
Cause that's what I went from. I went from Sega Genesis to PlayStation 2. I ain't had nothing else in between there. I ain't had
it from 2000.
Yep, there you go.
Damn.
So 20 years.
That's when the 2 came out?
20 years that thing ain't been plugged up. I went from Sega Genesis to PlayStation 2. I ain't have the first PlayStation. I ain't had Dreamcast.
Dreamcast came out.
Yeah, you had N64?
Wow.
Nope.
In 98, bro.
When did N64 come out?
I had 4 systems. I had
Super Nintendo.
I had Sega. I had Sega Genesis, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4.
Bro, you know what's crazy? The Game Boys that didn't have color. Like, we used to have Game Boys with no color, bro.
I never had that one. I had the Game Boy Color.
I had the teal one.
And I had the one with no color. I was like, this shit
had
that one. With no color in it.
Yeah, I ain't had that one. What y'all want to get into next, man? You asked about the Giannis movie.
Yeah, I ain't hear nothing about that.
You ain't see that?
No.
I only seen it when he put it on the list.
Yeah, he about to have a movie about him before he come to the league.
How you feel about that Space Jam joint?
You said what?
How you feel about Space Jam with Bron?
I'm not gonna watch it.
No?
I'm gonna watch it for free.
Why not, bro?
I might watch it for free, but I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, I ain't paying to watch it. But.
I mean, the original Space Jam is just the classic.
Yeah,
like, I just feel some type of way when they just mess up classics.
Right.
Like,
and
why
they
you
keep
have
making
to do all
what
of that?
I don't like about it is like it's already been clear that he chasing Jordan. Like, don't go outside of basketball and still be chasing
Is
Jordan.
he chasing Jordan now?
Now he's saying he doesn't.
But
now he's saying that. But I'm just saying, like, in the beginning of his career in high school, he said it. Like, Jordan, that's the peak. That's what I'm going for. So it's like, do it in the game, in the league. Don't go outside of it and be like, oh, we doing. I think, honestly, I don't even think it's gonna be coming out no more now. They've been talking about this shit for like 3 years now. And I know they not shooting now. So, but
what's this craziest thing that started an argument?
Oh yeah, release date July 16, 21.
next year.
It ain't gonna get the results as the first one, though. I'm just saying.
It
Of course
might.
not. I don't think so. No.
I bet, like, a
It
lot of
might.
kids.
These
like,
kids love LeBron.
Yeah, but
And it ain't just him. I'm looking at the cast right now. They got Bron, Kyrie, AD, Dame, Don Cheadle. I don't know why Don Cheadle in there. Klay Thompson in there.
Don Cheadle. No, Don Cheadle probably gonna be the fat homie with the glasses.
Jim Carrey
That was on
in there.
Seinfeld.
Jim Carrey, you said Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey in there. Steve
Oh,
Harvey
that was in
there.
Jurassic
Okay,
Park.
Michael B. Jordan in there.
okay.
So they got a
good
nice little
cast.
lineup of cast in there.
I bet you a lot of kids haven't even seen the first one. Like, my daughter was shook when I sat her down and made her watch like the original Lion King before like she watched the new one, because I just wanted
What's the
her
new
to-
one?
with Beyonce and
Oh, I ain't seen that one.
Was it Childish Gambino?
Lion King so 100 though.
That all
Lion
the
King such
music
a
in
100
that
story,
one, like
bro.
I'm just sorry, like
That new one.
and it was
Dog,
so
they could've
weak.
let-
It's some
I was
stuff-
like, why?
Yeah.
Why y'all do that?
It's some
Kept
stuff.
that.
But that's the thing, though. It's like it's the saying out there, like it's there's nothing new under the sun.
History repeats
So
itself.
yeah,
bro.
so you gotta keep like you gotta reboot shit. But I think it's some stuff. I think if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it like Creed. Like you gotta kind of like bridge off of it. It's not a remake, but it's connected to it.
I feel what you're saying.
Cause I think you're not gonna like even like they do sequels to movies, and most of the time the sequel to a movie don't live up. So if you gonna do a remake,
Yeah.
you gonna try to
They
do the
remaking
same thing.
Everything. Now,
Right.
Disney going crazy. They even remade Mulan.
Yeah,
And Aladdin,
Without the little dragon.
Aladdin. I wouldn't.
it was
I
alright,
didn't go- I didn't
but
see
I
that.
wasn't. I was just like, I mean,
you know
Will
what
Smith was in there, so it's like, okay.
you know what I do
watch it
like
once.
about like the Lion King thing, like the live quote unquote live action, like that. You know,
Mhm.
they made it more. They made that
Yeah,
more
like seeing
realistic.
The graphics up
That-
there.
yeah, that was
that's
cool.
dope. Yeah.
But if you want to like do a live action version of like Mulan, because like ain't no animals in that, so I feel like that's a little bit different. Like if you want to do a live action version of it, you can try that if you want to. But like my favorite cartoon is Avatar, The Last Airbender.
That movie was
And
horrible.
It was trash,
Bro.
the worst.
Dog.
It was horrible.
Bro,
That
like,
shit
they
was
killed
so
everything.
horrible.
I never seen it.
Bro, don't watch it.
I never
They
seen the
need
cartoon.
to just delete the movie.
Oh, you
man.
never seen the cartoon? If you see the cartoon and you see the movie is horrible. It's
Bro.
horrible. It's horrible.
Awful, fam. And I was looking forward to it.
Yes, I was too. And I saw it, I was like,
Awful,
oh my
bro.
God, this shit is horrible. It don't even compare.
At all, bro. Like, it's not even close. It's damn near.
But I think something like that is hard just because it's like not our type of reality.
Mm.
And I feel like Mulan is kind of more realistic. But
I
like
never
when you
even
start
liked
throwing in,
Mulan, like that wasn't one of my top Disney movies. Like when I was a
But-
kid, though.
but you know what I think about? It's like why does like how is the Marvel shit successful?
That Marvel
Oh, I
shit be
love.
cold.
Yes, I
Different.
Like that's
love
That's-
like that's a
Yeah,
cartoon.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not real.
Yeah.
But somehow they made that shit like good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Them
that's
shit-
true.
them shit
It's so
hit
action
different.
packed up.
Yeah.
And they keep you guessing. Like they got a great cast. The way that it's shot, like the production on it is just crazy. Like it's kind of hard not to get into it. Like if you say you ain't really into Marvel, I'm looking at you kind of funny. Like how you not like this shit?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, how do they get that? And then like the way they made fucking Avatar, it was just
I
horrible.
don't even want to talk about it no more.
I haven't seen that.
It was
was
bad.
awful, bro.
It was horrible.
Mm.
And
Mm.
I don't know, maybe it was like because the actors, because in Avatar, all of the people in Avatar, the main characters, they all kids.
Okay.
So maybe that had a part in it. I don't know.
Mm.
Because in the cartoon, they all kids, like kids. Like Aang is not even a teenager. He like 11 years old or
Like a
some shit.
preteen.
Yeah. But somehow, how does Marvel do it so good? Like how many
No.
movies they got?
A lot.
Over 10?
One for every superhero.
Yeah.
2 or 3 for every superhero.
Thor got
Fact.
2. Captain America got like 3.
Iron Man got like
Iron Man got 3. Spider-Man got like 6.
Hulk got 2.
What, is there one called like Marvel Girl or that was trash though.
Captain Marvel.
Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
see,
Yeah,
that
I didn't even know who
trash.
that was
like
until they made that movie.
Ant-Man. I like Ant-Man.
I like Ant-Man.
Ant-Man was good.
Yeah, those was
And
good.
Ant-Man is the lower level of all them. And that was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And he had 2 movies.
I like Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I
Strange.
really
Strange.
liked his that movie. I mean, I went on Disney Plus and just like binge watched all of them. But like Avengers are just like the
Even
best
the X-Men
ones.
movies
Yes.
was all cold. I liked all of those. Most of them, except for
A couple
the
of them
newer
was trash.
ones. The newer
Yeah,
I don't really like the
last
newer
one.
ones.
Bro, I wouldn't have saw the most recent one they dropped, and it was garbage. The New Mutants. They need to delete that shit too.
Delete all
Which
that.
one was that?
That was the most recent one they dropped. I think it just came out.
It was one of them newer ones I fell asleep on. I was in the
Oh, I
movie.
ain't
I
seen
think
that.
the
fell
last
asleep.
one
It was
that was
trash,
kind of
bro.
like draggy.
Yeah, that shit
Pretty
was
trash.
And it was like, I was in the theater, like, I want to leave, but I paid, so I'm going to sit here and
see how it
hopefully it
end.
get good.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just disappointed, bro.
Yeah.
It's trash.
I don't even remember the name of that one I fell asleep on.
I feel like it's all about production and
I
whoever's
be in the
like
movie line.
directing the movie to make sure that it's good. Like, I mean, Marvel movies just has really good production,
Mhm.
like, and good directors. Just like going with like the times to make sure that it's engaging, you
Dude,
know.
Michael Bay go crazy. Like his
Mhm.
movies, I be on the edge of my seat. Like, this shit look real as fuck.
Y'all see that movie with Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, Michael Bay shot that shit.
Yeah, I
The one on
know. That
Netflix?
shit was
Bro,
crazy.
oh my
From the
God.
beginning.
From
Well,
jump,
Action
like,
packed.
What movie is that?
Underground 6.
Yeah.
Or
You ain't seen it?
Nah.
Watch it, bro. Watch the production on there. It's crazy.
wow.
From the beginning, like, he was
yeah.
going crazy from jump.
I'll say the movies that I can never get tired of.
Transformer movies, too.
John Wick, like, have y'all watched him?
Oh, yeah.
I seen the
love
first one. I
all
didn't see-
three
I didn't
of
see the
them.
rest of them.
I can watch that.
I didn't see
constantly.
I
none
never
of
got to
them.
watch all of them.
Dude,
movies.
I ain't seen
Watch
none of them.
them.
And you know the reason why I ain't seen it? Because everybody was making a joke about this nigga did all that shit over a dog.
He did.
So I was like, I can't watch that. Like, I
But-
can't.
but
At this
you
point, I can't even
but-
take it serious.
But too, you gotta watch like why he was doing over the dog. Like, I feel like
It was the principle.
yes, it was the fact. It was the fact that
principalities
his
in this
wife
thing,
that
huh?
died gave him that dog,
Yeah.
and then stole his car. On top of that,
Oh, yeah.
beat
Didn't
his
have a
ass,
Mustang.
killed his dog,
This
and
shit right
stole
here,
his
600
car.
grand.
Yup.
That was all he had. Shit.
Yeah,
that shit go
so
hard.
like
Mm-hmm.
he was kicking ass. Ryan Reynolds is a
They
pretty
got-
good.
I'm just renting them on YouTube. They're
Guardian.
probably not on no streaming services.
You think
I don't know.
you about to say Ryan Reynolds is a pretty good actor?
Yeah,
I feel like certain actors get away with being them in every movie. Like, you the same person in every
Because I
movie.
like him as Deadpool.
Yeah, like
doing
he's
nothing
pretty
crazy.
quirky.
Denzel
like, his
been doing it.
personality.
He is in every movie.
Denzel been kind of getting away with that for years, and everybody
No,
say
Denzel
he
go
do.
crazy though.
Him. If he ain't playing somebody else, he's kind of doing the same thing.
Vin Diesel get away with that shit. The
Vin
Rock
Diesel,
get away with that
yeah.
shit.
And The Rock is the
Dude, right.
highest paid actor there is, and he ain't never been nothing but The Rock.
Yeah.
I feel like Kevin Hart.
I was about to say him
Yeah?
too. Yeah, except in that one movie where dude was in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
I didn't-
Oh, and I
Like,
wanted
he was
to
trying
see that.
play a-
And
like,
I
he was trying
wanted to
be
see that.
serious. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
I
know what
can't
you're talking
even take you seriously.
I didn't see that.
because
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I ain't see
Kevin
that
Hart,
either. And I
you
wanted to
usually
see
are
that.
funny.
And it wasn't even because of him. What was the dude in the wheelchair? What's
I
his
can't remember his
name?
name. He was like in Malcolm in the Middle. I think he was like the dad. I can't
I
remember
thought
the
it was
dude's name.
Walter White from
Maybe. His name was
from
Walter
Breaking
White.
Bad.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's him?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was because of him. And I just, the story just sounded interesting to me. It wasn't really about Kevin Hart. Just the story. It's like, okay, you got paralyzed and now you need somebody to look after you. And it just seemed intriguing to me. That was it.
Yeah. I would agree.
I don't like Kevin Hart movies.
Huh?
No. I like stand up.
You just kind of over it, over him. Like in
He's
the
the same person in every movie. He's him.
It's
and
funny
I don't
how-
want to
it's funny
see
how
that.
that work. Like you don't
Like,
like
if
certain
you-
people in a movie, but you like
yeah.
their stand up because
Mhm.
like I personally, it's only like a couple of Mike Epps stand ups that are like in movies. I think he's dope.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't.
funny
yeah.
though. He's
I don't. I,
funny.
Nigga hilarious.
Like, he's
I don't,
In
I don't
general, I
think
just
the stand
think
up.
that, you know, I can't take that nigga serious.
I'm not gonna say the stand up is not funny, but I definitely
funny.
prefer the movies
in the
over
movies,
the
he's
stand
just
up.
hilarious.
Yeah. But with Kevin Hart, I don't like the movies at all.
Yeah.
He said at all.
Like,
Right.
His
Yeah,
funny
right.
shit to
I
me
don't.
was Sons of Hollywood. That was
Because it's
funny
him.
shit.
Like
Yeah, he was funny.
I've seen it, and it's like, okay, that's old. Like I don't want to see
Like, do
that.
something new.
Yeah.
That's like the what's his name?
'Cause, like, the-
the guy from Taken, the white guy?
Yeah.
He do the same.
Yes, I don't want to see that.
Like, I'm tired of you trying to kick people
I will
ass.
find you and I will kill
What's his
you.
name?
I got you. Hold on.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson, yeah.
I don't want to see that.
I'm over it.
I don't even. It was 4 Takens or 3, or he had 3, and then he had another one that was basically Taken.
Same movie.
Like, bro, I'm not finna watch this same. Yeah,
Dude, it's Taken. It's 3 of them.
there's 3 of them, and he had another movie that was just like it.
Yeah,
though.
it was something.
It was just like it, but it wasn't called Taken.
It must have been this shit called Nonstop.
And I just saw that recently, like this year. I was like, dog, this is the same movie you've been making.
They got you again? They caught you slipping again?
I don't see how people do it. The only one thing that I will watch that's like a consistent thing, like, is Fast and Furious.
The first 3.
I've watched every one.
Me too.
And I've enjoyed all
I've
of them.
seen all of them.
And I've enjoyed all of them.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't care what nobody say. I damn near was about to tear up on that last one after Paul Walker died.
Yeah.
That little drive, I was like,
damn.
Yeah,
that fucked me up. I was just thinking about that when he died.
Hey.
I was like,
See, look, see.
I can't show my emotion.
Nigga can't be emotional.
No,
That's
that
crazy.
ain't true. Look, on
then they
real
had the
talk,
Wiz
I
Khalifa
appreciate
playing
men
and
that be
shit. I'm like,
crying, for real.
and he was
Like,
driving away in
I
that
ain't
white
never-
Supra.
I ain't never cried like to my girl or nothing like that. But
Well, what's
in a
wrong with
relationship,
that,
I ain't
though?
never like.
what's wrong with
Ain't
that,
nothing
though?
wrong with it. I just ain't built like that.
What's wrong with, men letting their guards down and expressing their emotions? Why is it that y'all always have to feel like y'all have to be perceived as being strong?
Because
when,
that's
like,
where it was raised.
But okay, but that's not okay though. Like, y'all are humans too. Y'all hurt just as much
But
as
it's a
any
lot of
other
women-
person.
it's a
who
lot
has
of
the
women-
power to change that?
Who?
You as a
Women.
mother.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, but I have a daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You ain't got-
mothers,
yeah.
mothers,
Yeah. Like,
When mothers
making
that
it
have
socially
sons
normal,
gotta
yeah.
make
then-
it comfortable
and then
for
I'ma tell
they.
you- I'ma
Because
tell
my
you-
mom ain't making it comfortable for me at all.
and I'm gonna tell
See,
you,
I done seen her multiple times. She see niggas on TV crying. Oh, he a bitch. She ain't say he a bitch. But he
Pretty
a punk.
much, yeah, like,
Yeah, she
he
say he a
weak,
punk.
yeah.
He
And
saw.
like women be asking for stuff like that, and then as soon as y'all get it, y'all be on the phone with y'all other friend, y'all
it's
next
ju-
man. He a crybaby. Like, I can't stand.
It's
that.
just like
Like
homie.
that.
It's
Like
just
last
like homie
weekend.
we was saying.
Like,
As soon as a nigga
you
do
want
that,
to
y'all
emotion?
putting the nigga on the internet.
Like this crybaby.
Y'all gonna put the nigga on the internet. This nigga on there
I feel
crying. He
like
about to throw up.
That-
Hey,
He's
that
sick
was
as a
bad,
bitch.
bro.
Wait, what?
That was bad.
I feel like it depends on the woman. Like, I think that one thing that is attractive to mature women is like a man being vulnerable, a man being able to express himself, because, like,
I can do that without crying.
huh?
I can do that without crying.
But I literally, like, I have seen my dad, do that, like, in my childhood, which made me be like, not all the time, you know what I'm saying? But, like, he has shed some tears before. Like, when his brother passed or he was
That's
expressing.
But that's
But
that's
no, but
perfectly
look,
understandable.
when he was telling us about, him and my mom getting into it, like, he didn't go into
But that's
details.
still different.
Like,
that's still
but
not the
it was
same.
the fact
though.
that he
That's
did it.
That's extreme.
That's
That's
different.
extreme
I
circumstance.
mean, I expect you to be like, baby,
Yeah.
like, my back hurt and cry. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
But
definitely acceptable.
But that's extreme circumstances where it's like whatever he going through in this relationship, of course he's gonna be sad. If people that he love passes away, of course he's gonna be upset. Those are extreme circumstances where you can't have any argument against that. But if a man feel like you not fulfilling what he needs you to fulfill, and he's expressing that to you like, yo, I don't like it when you do boom, 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 boom.
okay.
Oh, you a bitch. You a hoe. You soft. Oh, what you crying about? You whining. You acting like a female.
Oh, that's a big one. I don't have this stuff thrown at me, but I got a lot of female friends, so I be hearing this stuff, and they be dissing stuff like that, and I be like, damn, you said that?
That's
Like, you calling them soft?
super
now?
hard. That's super hardcore.
That's what I'm saying. For me, like that ain't like you said. I've heard my own mother say that. So for a woman to expect me to be emotional to them, and my mother, the person that raised me from birth, taught me
Not
basically
surprised.
showed me that men is not supposed to be emotional like that.
Yeah.
You gonna expect me to be emotional with you? No, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. I know what
I mean,
you're
I
talking about because
understand what
my
you're saying.
mom's an OG. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But that's how men was at that time because they had to be, and that's what they expect.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you got a single mama and you the man of the house.
Yeah.
The man of the house. She was a baby.
And
Like,
but my mom wasn't no single mom, but her mom was a single mom.
Mm.
So her mom showed her, you gotta be, if you tough, the man you with gotta be tough.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on, people's experience. Like, I get that. I'm not expecting somebody to just be crying left and right, but
But I think
it's
that, but why
to-
not?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna say
I'm not gonna be
expecting, but I'm saying, is that
you make
okay?
breakfast and bust a tear, like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you,
But I'm
just
saying,
saying,
if
like,
he
if you feel
having
some type of way-
if he having a bad day,
I
he start
embrace that.
crying
I mean, I embrace that. I
about
think that's
whatever he was
attractive.
going to wear at work.
I hear her saying that, and I hear a lot of women say that, and I just be thinking,
Look,
Exactly.
I mean, but that's like, okay, when you have
'Cause
gone
if I
through
come-
it and you have seen people say that, and then they show you something different, like, you can't help but to just say that you think that I'm lying.
I walk in the door crying because I
but
had a bad day
however-
at work.
Exactly.
My big
Exactly.
ass, you gonna be like this, nigga.
This
I'll be like,
nigga,
come
he
here,
big for
come
nothing.
here.
What the fuck I got this big ass nigga? Fuck I got this big ass nigga for, and he over here crying and
What
shit.
you mean?
Accept that.
I mean, I
You don't
totally
feel safe
get it.
if I'm a big crybaby.
That's
you don't
not-
feel safe.
that's
And
not
that's something
true.
that women look for. You want to feel safe with me.
I could feel safe if a nigga is crying to me.
You feel safe with a crybaby.
That doesn't mean that you're a crybaby. You feel some type of way in that moment. I have been with people that have cried before. Shit, like I have seen the shit before.
Right. It's
you know what I'm
nothing wrong
saying?
with crying, but I'm saying excessive. Like you
I
said,
have
and during
been
those
with somebody.
circumstances.
Listen, I have been with somebody that was like that. That they could bust a tear at the drop of a dime. Where I'd be like, damn, you need to be in a Tyler Perry movie. But like that, he was no. That's how good and cold he was at it. You know what I'm saying? And because I have seen that growing up, where like it was okay. It was okay to express your emotions, whether you were male or female. Like, baby, what do you need from me? How can I help?
Was it? Can I ask you something real quick? Was this in an instance where you was confronting him for something that he did wrong?
No.
Okay, because I was gonna say I heard about men crying and like getting out of shit, like getting caught cheating.
No,
and
I
crying.
mean
That's how you
both.
get out of it.
It was both.
That's
it was
crazy.
both. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's that narcissistic shit. Like,
Yeah,
you
like-
start crying again. That's
Yes.
how that's my way
Yep.
of getting out of it. Which
Yep.
is crazy. I couldn't even do it then, but
I mean, it was both situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was sometimes him trying to get his way to manipulate and maneuver out of something, but it has been times where like he was really going through some shit or feeling some type of way where it's like, okay, I have woken up on a day where I just don't be like, I'm not feeling it. Like, I'm not feeling it and I feel crummy. And if I want to shed a tear, I'm going to shed a tear. Like, I can't knock you if you wake up one morning and you feel some type of way, you want to fucking shed a tear. You know, how can I help you? Like, do you want me to, make you something? Like, what do you need? Like, do you want me to go grab you a coffee? Do you want a smoothie? Like, I'm that type of person. But it comes back to the shit that I have been through for me to feel that way. You know, some people who have never been through that, like, they gon' get on the girl. He woke up and he was crying type shit. Like, that's them. But they ain't been through it and understand other people for them to just be like, that's how it's supposed to be. People have emotions,
Right.
but I can't speak for all of the women in the world. You know what I'm saying? I can only speak for what I have been through and how it has made me become a better woman, so
how you
cry if you want to.
How you deal with that though? Like in the instance of you confronting him, let's say he for some infidelity issues, and he begins to cry. Like how you take that? Like do you start to believe him more? Like damn, he crying and shit. He must like. How do you feel about that? How you deal with that?
I mean, it's when you are naive to something or don't know a person, it's easy for you to assume the best because that's me. I'm going to assume the best until you show me something different, right? Like, I don't listen to like talk. I'm looking for action. So on the front end at first, okay, you shedding a tear, you really care. Okay, let me assume the best. Now, I ain't never had somebody come and I had them not being faithful. You know what I'm saying? I never had that issue. But when it came to like inconsistencies in regards to finances, holding them accountability with them putting forth ambition and effort to making sure that our house was straight, like, and me putting them on blast, like, let's talk about that because like this bill ain't paid. Why this bill ain't paid? And you crying, trying to say that this happened to you and I'm feeling empathetic and I'm being boo-boo the fool. And then the second or the third time I'm making note, like, okay, you said this, you ain't did this. So I think at first it's easy for you to just be like, okay, like I'm gonna assume the best. I'm gonna allow them to take some time to get themselves together and hope that they figure it out. But I think that when I realized the type of person that I was dealing with, then my whole approach was differently. Like, I'm gonna call you out, but then like the tears and shit, like, and the woe is me mentality, victimization mentality, that don't work for me.
So you started to get colder and colder. Basically.
Hell yeah. Okay, I was doing research and reading a lot of articles because I read a lot. Like,
she going in. You see the
you
hand?
know, I talk with my hands. But I was doing research on like narcissists. Like, so if you find out you dealing with a narcissist, a person that's manipulative, you switch it back and ask questions. So like they're big on like, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this. Because you didn't do this, you made me feel this way. So like when I started realizing who I was dealing with, like I'm asking questions, like flipping it around, like, okay, so because you didn't do this, like, let's talk about this. Like, here's my question for them to try to give me an answer. Like, you can't keep pointing a finger and not holding yourself accountable because you want to call me out on something. Like, okay, like when I'm going into a conversation, I'm not finna throw shade at you.
Right.
I'm be like, hey, look, I fucked up. I called you a fuck nigga. I ain't never did that to nobody because that's just not, I ain't never said it. I might have thought it, you know, but like, I'm never, for real, come on, y'all. Y'all didn't y'all heads it like that, bitch. Y'all done thought it. But, okay, I might be like, you know, I called you a fuck nigga. You know, I apologize for that. That was out of character for me, you know.
But all it takes for you is to think about it in order for you to react and treat him different.
I mean, in the moment when you are with a person that is not supposed to, you're not supposed to be with, like you going off of emotions. So like, I mean, I have not made some great decisions. We all haven't made the best decisions in relationships, and our exes are our exes for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasn't perfect in a relationship, but I also had to acknowledge to myself like that wasn't the person for me. You know, like literally, I mean, if y'all want me to be completely 100, like
always.
I was talking to somebody for 5 months, got engaged with them within that 5 months, got married.
Situation stage.
I was letting somebody just woo me into pretending that they was something that they weren't. Like, didn't really know this person. We wasn't living together until like when we got engaged, and then we got married 2-3 months after that. And then like after we had got married, literally the day that we got married, y'all, like it was a shit show. Like we had this huge argument, like 3 hours after we was married. I'm like, red flag, red flag, red flag. But prior to that, I seen a whole bunch of red flags, but I wanted to assume the best to be like,
I ain't gonna lie. Just off this story, I feel like you might have that Erykah Badu.
ASAP. Like,
you might have that Erykah Badu.
What's the Erykah Badu?
Man, hey, that Erykah Badu, you might have it.
What's the Erykah Badu, y'all? What the hell y'all talking about?
I gotta put
she might have that Erykah Badu, man. You see,
is this a?
Is this what
come on, y'all can't.
You listen to Joe Budden podcast?
Y'all can't.
Every now and then.
Y'all can't sugarcoat nothing. Like, man, I'm in the boys.
The mystery.
Man, look,
you got that mystery.
5 months he proposed. Yeah. Like, you got that.
You got that mystery. I ain't gonna throw the other word on there.
Look, we was married. We was married for 6 months. We was married for 6 months. My ass filed for a divorce because it was a whole bunch of stuff, y'all, where I was like rocking with him. He was not trying to step up. Like, I mean,
you already locked down.
Once we got married, that's how it was, low key. And I am super patient, y'all. I'm super patient. I don't need nobody to come bring to the table.
If you patient though, how you get engaged so fast?
Because he proposed to me. I felt like I thought I was in love. I thought I was in love.
But that's not patient.
I got a big question.
I thought I was in love. he proposed to me. I was like, okay,
patience?
I guess I'm supposed to say yes. I don't know. It was a fucking whirlwind. And between all of that, I was grieving through shit. I was going through a whole bunch of stuff where I was blinded. I was very irrational with my choices. I'm not going to even lie.
Yeah.
But then I had to backtrack after I went through all of this mess to be like, damn, like I'm experiencing trauma. This is not healthy. Like, look, I want a divorce. And that has been
mysterious, mythical.
A shit show.
Mysterious, mythical.
Y'all, it's harder to file for a divorce and go through all of those steps than to get married.
Absolutely.
I was like, I need to be smarter, but
to get married, it's good
of you to be able to recognize when something ain't for you and actually do something about it.
It was.
But you supposed to fight. Like, why you ain't fight?
Y'all want me?
It's y'all two against the problem.
Look,
it's not you versus him.
Do y'all want me to tell y'all some of the little things that we kind of went through where I tried to fight? Because I did 4 attempts for us to get like marital counseling. 4 different people. Okay.
Yeah, you did your thing.
Okay, 4 different people. Okay. So the biggest thing was the accountability and him leading. So like women, like he was saying, is consistency and stability. So, like, if you telling me that you're going to be able to take care of me, like, look, I don't need a man. Like, I can financially take care of myself because that's what I have always done. I have a great career. I have degrees and aspirations, and I'm moving forward. So then why is it
a problem when a man's not financially stable?
But you can't tell a woman that you are going to be like, oh, I have this. Like, he told me he was a producer and he was doing all of this shit. Yeah, like we going on dates and you telling me that you're doing all of this and you have all of this and you come into my parents' functions with minks on and red bottoms, like you trying to prove something.
That's that bait.
So exactly, that's what I was saying. Like me telling him too much information on the front end, and him just showing me something until he had got me. So like we did not live together until we were damn near about to be married. So one red flag and one thing that I was stupid of is like I never stayed over that nigga house. Like I never been in his house.
Shit.
What was I doing?
Oh damn.
Like I'm assuming the best, being patient, like being understanding, giving him boundaries. But when we moved in together, we got married. Like I saw no aspiration. He could be in the basement playing games. Now he was 45. Like I have dated people younger than me.
Sugar daddy.
I have dated people younger than me. I have dated men older than me. Like. It's not about age with me. It's about if you can mentally like stimulate me, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you can emotionally connect with me. Like I'm not even looking for somebody to make more money than me because like that's not what it's about. But when you saying that you're gonna do this and that, and your car break down and you 8 months without having a car, you driving my car around, you don't want to help with the maintenance. It was little things where it was little shit. Absolutely like my house, look, he squatted in my house, y'all, swear on my child, 3 months. The 45-year-old man, he refused to leave. Now, it's my home. He moved into my shit. I have a house. He would not leave my basement for 3 months. I had to leave and move with my parents, me and my daughter and my dog for 3 whole months until they can fucking get him out, for sheriffs to get him out. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that where it's like, on top of me trying to get counseling with us to try to make it work, and then when I file for a divorce, you don't want to leave my house. Like, what else am I supposed to do?
Can I ask you one quick question though? Would you propose to a man?
I mean, I ain't gonna say I wouldn't. Like, I don't know. If we have a common understanding of where we're trying to go, and if we want to build something, like, if you say you want to be married, like, in my mind, like, if you want to be married, I think that the traditional thing is
pussy.
If the traditional thing is that a man is supposed to propose. However, like I don't know.
Traditions that's not followed. So why
I don't know
which ones you want to follow?
See, I can't answer that question because I don't know. Like if I find somebody, because I do aspire to be married again. Like I mean, I'm not wasted goods. I feel like that was practice. Like I've learned how to be 20 times better of a woman than what I was before I was married. Like just
20?
I do. Like I mean. I'm just saying, like, but I have, like, just being more patient, being more humble, learning how to submit, learning that I like to cook more often than what I did before I had connected with him, like those types of things.
My mama always said that shit. Like, not really my mama, but I heard women in other older women saying that, though. That's the weight of the heart. And I used to be like, that's bullshit.
That's
But now
true.
I got older shit. Feed me.
Yeah.
Men be like, baby, you want me to make you breakfast?
I always felt like
Feed
What you
me.
want for breakfast? You know, so I mean, I don't
Don't be
know.
making them bullshit ass
It
pancakes,
gets
though.
me right here.
I like
I like
waffles.
the crispy edges
Don't be making them bullshit ass
on the
pancakes.
pancake.
I like waffles better than.
I
You said you like what?
like the crispy edges on the
You like the
pancake.
crispy edges.
Greedy ass, crispy edges. You know what? Cracker Barrel have some really good pancakes.
Cracker Barrel
That's the
pancakes.
only reason I go there.
Man,
French toast and pancake. That's
Fire.
it. I get the same
so
thing
good,
every time.
so good.
Everything else,
Most definitely.
I ain't been a Cracker
Did we
Barrel
talk-
in a minute.
Did we talk about that? The Dave on SNL? I played it and shit. Did we talk about that?
Barely.
I feel like we went into something else.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the craziest thing that started an argument? I feel like I was doing a lot of
bro.
talking.
Craziest thing to start an argument.
Yeah, that's what's on there.
Yeah, right here. I got
The
it.
craziest thing that caused some y'all to argue with somebody.
Are we talking about? That's not crazy, bro. Hey,
No, that is.
bro, that's not crazy, fam. If I told you like 3-4 times I'm hungry,
Oh, y'all
you
greedy.
No, no,
problem.
I mean, I
No,
guess
no,
it is,
no, no,
though.
not
That's a
that.
problem.
What he's saying, no. Wait, hold on. We're gonna wait. Let him come back and tell his story. What he talking about is totally different from that.
I was gonna ask y'all. So, like, okay, so I mean, have y'all ever experienced being with a woman that did not sexually stimulate y'all? So, like, y'all was in the room, like, and you could not get aroused. Does that mean that you are not physically attracted to her?
No,
What does that mean?
because I done had that happen just on some. I'm like stressed the fuck out, and I'm not mentally there. Like,
What if it's like a constant thing?
oh no, I ain't never had no constant issue. This nigga might just have like
Me?
some erectile.
I think.
dysfunction.
What?
It might just be erectile dysfunction. I mean, but
No,
I've had an instance before.
What I
You said
can't.
me?
What I can't. Right. What I can't. What I can say is that a woman can. You can be physically attracted to a woman initially, right? And within time, she can do certain things
That'll
that turns you off.
Oh, absolutely.
That makes sense.
And it could get to a point where it's like, okay, the beauty of her has not diminished in any way.
Mm.
But as far as exciting me and arousing me, I can't just because I know about the shit that you've been doing for the past days, weeks, or
Do you tell
months.
her?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, like, why don't you just say it?
How do you do?
Or if you got a stench, if you got a little smell, it's a wrap. Ain't shit.
No,
sexy.
but how do you do that once you've been years into a relationship?
I mean, I think that, like, if y'all been years in a relationship, y'all should be comfortable with talking about that shit.
No, that ain't something you could just come
No,
across and say.
right.
'Cause if you tell her that you have an issue with her being aroused by her by something she's done, her next question is defense. Well, who you fucking in? Because you ain't fucking me.
Really?
That's what's coming.
I mean, but like, was she, doing shady stuff, like behind your back? Like,
No, maybe it could just be she could be like for me, an aggressive woman, like I like an aggressive woman as far as like if she wants me, like that can turn me on. But
Yeah,
the
that's
aggression,
sexy.
yeah.
That's sexy as fuck.
But aggression that I'm talking about as far as like anger outside of wanting me, and like you just aggressive
that's
in that
overwhelming.
manner. And
overwhelming.
and sometimes it might not even be it might not even be me, but just other things that you might be dealing with. Maybe it might be your job or whatever it is
What y'all talking about?
about
Yeah,
not being attracted.
like are you instances where you wanted to fuck, but you just weren't aroused.
Yeah,
by it at
like,
that point, like
does that mean that you are not, like, attracted to that person.
No.
But that's what I'm saying.
The
same way a man could turn you off, a woman could turn a man off. Like,
but if it's like consistent though, like I mean, I have been with a person where like I would rather not even smash them, like
you just don't see them in that light.
I mean, because I was just like, you caused me to be dry. Like it's not fun. Like
but that's the same with us. It was like you just caused me to be soft.
I mean, so then like, but like me as a woman, then I had to be like, it ain't working.
But the thing with us is that if
I stopped to the point where I was blocking completely, like he wasn't even getting
that shit, like.
But this go back to the point where we were just talking about before. Like we can't say how we feel and what affect us. We can't say it's like, oh, you make me soft. It's like, no, nigga, I'll make you soft. Oh, you might be gay, or you might be, or whatever it is. It's like they're gonna put it on you.
Say that shit to me. I'm like, what?
I mean, I guess some women will, especially like women who are insecure. Mm-hmm. But I think that like a lot of it is like when you kind of get to that point, like. I feel like me personally, when I got to that point where like I more so felt comfortable like taking care of my own thing versus like the person I'm supposed to be with, like I had to just tell them like this ain't working. Like
yeah, for you like, though, no go. Y'all can say that to a man, and we can't say like
but why
you
not?
might like females
because the female ego is more fragile than the male ego.
But we can't say, you must like women, or like it. They don't hit the same.
But I'm saying, like, if you aren't being sexually stimulated, I feel like too more so with women, we detach emotionally first. Like once we are detached emotionally, like it's just
I don't
a
think
desert
that's the case though. I think that's the case for men too.
Well, I mean,
men
I'm sure
do detach emotionally.
Mature
it
men,
might not be
mature men. It's a man out there that'll be like, although he ain't attached.
What I'm saying is like, I think I get what you're saying. I think the difference for what you were saying is that for women, y'all might have to initially get emotionally and mentally stimulated before y'all can have. We don't need that, but we can get to a point where we're with a woman. And if emotionally and mentally she's not, I ain't gonna say not stimulating us, but if she's completely fucking that shit up, like completely going against that, it's like I can't fuck you. Like you don't turn me on. Like we can go into it initially in the beginning, we can fuck you without knowing you easily. And women for the majority of women, it's not like that. But once we get into it, you can fuck it up.
Yeah, I get turned off easily nowadays. We ain't even gotta get that far.
Me too. Me too. I do too. Yeah, I can get to a point where I'm talking to you. I was like, I be getting turned off easily before sex. Yeah, it's like I don't know about this.
Off of attitude, I be like, I don't even want it no more. Just fuck it. I'm good.
I think
you gotta stop.
It ain't even gotta be attitude. I could be talking to you about some shit.
Attitude, I'm cool.
And trying to get into a deep conversation with you. And if you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about,
stupid.
It's like, okay, yeah, I can't.
I get turned off by a guy that just don't know what they want to do. Like I hate when somebody be like, oh, can I take you somewhere? Like, oh, okay, cool. Like where you want to go? Like you asked me. Like you want to take me somewhere? Like just like wanting me to do the leg work with trying to court somebody. I feel like if you are gonna pursue someone, like put forth an effort. Like I mean, I have blocked people. Like, oh, don't call. I mean, I've literally said to people like, this ain't working. Like
that whole block thing is funny to me.
But I
remove people on Facebook like it. Nah, like
so like when you You be having to block them because they don't stop talking to you. Like that's
Yeah.
like that.
it's different for women.
Yes, all my life. I had a guy
All I gotta do
literally.
is catch the wrong vibe, and I'll never talk to you again.
I had a guy that was
because my fallback
super.
game is on 3 million.
He was super consistent. Like it would be like I ain't talked to him, for like a month, or like he'll go like a month without reaching out to me. He'll
They be talking
Facebook
to
messaging me
in your
like,
inbox.
oh, like how was work, or hey, can I take you for coffee? Like no, I'm not interested.
I just want to let you know.
But it was a day from hell, first day from hell. So like, I mean, he should have been blocked.
I feel like y'all be wanting so much effort out the gate, and it's like you want me to be on 100 with this effort, and I don't even know you. I don't even understand why you feel like you deserve.
Like you said,
so much effort.
I'm not looking for effort.
Giving you all this,
like cuz said,
I'm not looking for
maybe
effort.
Maybe I'm not fucking with you like that.
Right?
To be romantic.
And maybe it's like you haven't shown me enough of you to the point where I should be giving you my effort.
I can't speak. Like I said, I cannot speak for every woman in the entire world. I'm speaking from my experience. I mean, people that I choose to cut off, there is a valid reason why I choose to cut off. Our first date took me to a motherfucking karaoke bar. His ex-wife was up in the karaoke bar. I swear to on my life. She was there because it was an event that I didn't know about. It was an event for like his sister. His sister had this little shindig at this karaoke bar downtown.
His sister invited him.
Listen, I don't care about that. I don't care about that, the fact that she was there. But for her to get up there and be singing "The Boy Is Mine" and all of this shit, I did, but I was awkward. I was awkward. So even after that time, I still gave him the opportunity for us to get to know each other, and I was moving into my house. He felt some type of way because I did not want to take time out of me packing my shit up out of my house to go and sit around at Potawatomi and drink with him. He was whiny as a bitch. Like, when you was been done with me, I feel lonely.
So
like,
now he crying, expressing himself.
He was not crying. No, he was not crying, Abe. Okay. He was not crying. That's not crying. To me, no. To me, it's not even the fact that he was whining. It's the fact that he wasn't being empathetic of my situation.
Right.
You didn't even ask me like, hey, can I help you pack? That's what I'm saying. Like, no, that's a turnoff to me. Like, no, I don't want to mess with you like that. Right. I said it to him multiple times to the point where like, okay, now I got to block you. Like
he wasn't
doing the most. Like, yeah, like even if you didn't even know if your ex-wife was coming, that's fine. But like for me to be having conversations, he knew she was gonna be there, and you didn't even give me the heads up. Like I don't want to be on no first date, and I gotta be having to be around that bullshit.
Right?
Yeah. Like that.
See, that's the type of stuff that I say like I can't mess with. Like
you could have went and did something else.
Yeah. I understand people's situations. My situations in the past have never been the best either. Right. I'm very understanding. But like, don't put me in situations where I'm going to have to sit up there and have my guard up. If I'm drinking, I got to make sure I got to check my intake. Right. Just in case I got to pop off on somebody or text my sister like, hey, this is what's happening. You might have to come up here to come and get me. Like, I don't like being in situations like that.
Yeah, right.
Or on a first date, like.
Or you got to be on alert like that.
Yeah, like, this too early.
Right.
So, I mean, I do understand where y'all saying where like
it's
some
too early
women.
For him to ask about time. That was the last thing I heard.
Oh, you didn't hear about all the extra bullshit. Yeah, like his ex-wife singing "The Boy Is Mine."
No, I heard that part.
Okay, and then I was packing up to move into my house, and he was whining about me moving my stuff and wanted me to go to Potawatomi and spend time with him. Knowing, like it wasn't even the fact that he was whining though. It was the fact that like he wasn't being empathetic and understanding of what I needed to do. I had to make moves and transition into my space. He didn't even ask to help. Like stuff like that. Like that's a turnoff for me. Like, no, thank you.
All right.
You're blocked. I know it sounds heartless, but I think people know what they want.
So heartless.
People know what they want now. When you get to probably like 25, 26, you kind of know what you want in a person.
Yeah.
And it's like, when you know, and if something turns you off, it's not bad.
I don't think people know.
You don't know what you want in a relationship?
I think most people don't really know.
I ain't looking.
I mean, but if you were saying like, oh, this is the person, like if I wanted to be with somebody, what are some of the qualities that I look for in that person? Like you don't have an idea?
I mean,
got a list.
what I'm saying behind that is like, ideally you have a list and you have what you want, but it's like what you were saying, like with a woman that might want to pursue somebody with some money. It's shit that's gonna come with that. So it's like, if you want somebody that has this list of what you want, it's gonna be some other shit that's gonna come with it that you don't, that you might not like.
Right.
And I even said this on the episode when we had Mo on. It's like, do you really know what you want? Because at the end of the day, you might have this list of what you want, but you have to think about the other shit that might come with that might come behind that shit that you want.
Of course, there's always going to be stuff behind it. You know, I think that communication, consistency, commitment, those are a lot of things that people that want real life relationships look for.
But I'm saying you can find somebody that might have consistency and all this other shit you want,
but ain't got the money.
Yeah. They might. They might,
or financially,
they might not have
at the time. They just might be in a bad place,
or they might not have the ambition you want. Like it's like this saying. This is the saying that I always like try to throw out there. It's like, if you want a nigga with time, the nigga ain't got no money. If you want a nigga with time, or if you want a nigga with money, he ain't got no time.
I agree with that. I mean, you can't have it both ways.
But most women want that. Women want a nigga with women. The one thing women ain't gonna compromise is time. The nigga gotta have time for them. You gotta have time.
I don't think it should be like it's about like the.
But if you
it's the quality.
Hold on, get into the mic. Sit up into the mic.
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
It's not about the quantity. I feel like it's the quality. Like, I don't need to see you every day, but like if I'm gonna see you, like let's make it worth our while. Like, I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. Even with the quantity, if the man ain't got a lot of time, the effort that he can put into that time, he don't have that much energy.
I think that's where it comes where like both should be putting forth the effort. I mean, like, if I know that my guy don't have the energy to put forth a date night, like I don't have a problem going and taking a man on a date.
What?
Swear to God. I mean, I done took people to Benihana's, Milton Pie.
I've never been taken on a
tuna.
date ever in my life.
I don't mind treating. I don't mind treating men.
Do you expect Nick after that?
I have been with people that do it for me. Like,
that's not the question.
Do I respect them?
No. You know what? No, I'm gonna even go in deeper in that.
I do respect them because they do it for me.
On the first date.
On a first date, most of the time men treat me. Because
no, but I'm saying on the first date, if a nigga want to go Dutch, or I ain't gonna say if he won't, but would you pay on the first date?
Yeah, I would. That don't mean necessarily that I might talk to them after.
Okay. Oh,
listen. Let me. Exactly. You're not letting me finish. I feel like it's a difference between who's asking whom out. So like,
oh yeah, I feel like
yeah. So if I'm asking you out on a date.
So what about Dutch then? I get that.
I shouldn't be expecting you to pay because I asked you out.
Right.
If you ask me out on a date, I'm going to expect you to pay. However, I don't never go on a motherfucking date without my wallet.
Right.
So if I do gotta go Dutch, my coin's in my purse.
Right.
So what about Dutch? So you go on a first date with a man, he say we splitting the bill.
I'll be like, okay, cool. That don't mean that I'm gonna give him a second one, and that doesn't also.
But
that doesn't also mean that I'm not gonna be understanding of what might be his situation. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna immediately block him because he said we gotta go Dutch. Like, I'm gonna still take the time to figure out who he is as a person. Okay. I'm not finna knock him. Like, I don't know your situation. You might have had to. It's the first of the month. You had to pay your damn bills, but you wanted to see me.
I'm
like
not
I feel blessed. You want to spend time with me.
We're not going out if I can't pay for that first. I'm not gonna ask you out if I can't pay for that.
But you're a gentleman.
Yeah.
Like you're a gentleman. It's some men that be like, damn, I want to see her.
But does that make you not a gentleman?
I
because
feel
you
like,
don't want to pay on the first date?
I feel like it has to be like your delivery. Like if you know for a fact that like financially you're not gonna be able to like you asked me out, but you're not gonna be able to cop the entire
even
deal.
Beyond that though, you saying like if he feel like he can't pay for you,
I feel like it's just hospitable. Like I feel like it's hospitable. If he asked me out on a date, the gentleman thing would be like, oh okay, like I'm going to pay.
I saw this on another podcast. I can't remember what it was, but they were saying like if I ask you, are you hungry? That don't mean I'm gonna pay for you. Or if
that's true.
Or if I ask you, do you want to eat, or do you want to go get something to eat? That don't mean I'm gonna pay for you.
I agree with that.
That can be misleading though. That's why I wouldn't even ask that shit if I couldn't.
That, I'm paying for you.
No. I'm just trying to make a point here. I get that. I get what you're saying. I'm not gonna ask somebody do they want to eat.
I always assume like
a woman that I'm trying to court, I'm not gonna ask her if she wants to eat if I'm not willing to pay for it.
Right.
But I'm just trying to make a point.
Right.
So they were saying like, if I ask you to go, do you want to eat, or are you hungry, or do you want to go here, such and such? That's not me saying that I'm gonna pay for you, because that's not me saying, can I take you on a date? Right. That's not saying, can I take you on a date,
or can I treat you?
Yeah. It's not that. It's not me clearly saying that I'm willing to pay for you.
Look, I ask questions. Do that mean, like, am I paying for myself? Like, look, shit. I mean, people. I think that women have this expectation that every time that somebody says something like that they just automatically it's supposed to be paid for.
Right.
But like, I feel like I'm big on. I need clarity. So you asking me that I'm hungry. Like, what does that mean? Like, are we going out to eat? Like what's happening? Like, I guess it's a gray area. Everybody's going to have their own opinion on it because some women feel entitled. Like, oh, well, I look good. Somebody's supposed to just pay for a meal for me. Like, or I'm hungry. He's supposed to just pay for me. But then some men have been raised to say, like, if I ask a woman if she's hungry, it's my duty to make sure she's fed. I
don't even think it's that though. I don't even think it's about how you're raised. I don't.
That's just damn near a dick move. Like,
I don't know no man that's ever been raised to say, crazy. That they shouldn't pay for a man. I don't think that is this where a man has been raised to say they shouldn't take care of a woman and be there for a woman.
Right.
I think that came from this independency thing with women. Women have perpetuated this independency thing.
Okay.
So it's like, if you want to be independent, because I've done that. I've done that like with Shauna, with the mother of my children.
Mm-hmm.
I met her. She's from Mississippi.
Okay.
And I live up here. I met her. I met her, and I was like, we talked about it. You should come up here. And she said, okay, I got to work such and such so I can buy the ticket, blah, 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 whatever. And I was willing to pay for her. Like, no doubt, no hands down. But I didn't offer it. She was like, I got to work such and such and make sure I got boom, 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 boom. And I didn't argue it. It's like, okay, if that's what you want to do, quote unquote, independent woman, do your thing. Yeah. I'm not going to fight that. But then she ended up talking to her pops, and her pops was like, this ain't what he said. Well, if that nigga want to see you, he wants you to come up there, he should be paying.
Yeah.
And I did. After she talked to him, she found that out. I was like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing.
Right.
To me, I got you. I was going to do it anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
But she said to me, like, okay, I got to do boom, boom, boom because of the quote unquote independent woman thing. I'm going to let a woman be the independent. If that's what she want to do, go ahead and do your thing. I'm not going to fight you.
Why do y'all feel like there has been now this like wave of women feeling super independent?
Oh, that's not new.
I mean, like,
30 years old.
I mean, but why has there been
back to rate? Who was the nigga that started the
Webby?
No. I'm talking about a president. No, I'm talking about a president that started the welfare shit. Who was the president that started the welfare shit? That's when it started.
I don't know.
Not before Clinton.
No, it was before Clinton, I think. That's when it started.
Reagan?
I was about to say Reagan, but
Yeah. I think it was him. That's I ain't gonna say that's where it started, but that's the foundation of it.
Okay. But why do you feel women feel that way? Like, why do you
Because of that.
Why do you feel women struggle with submission? Because I mean,
because of that. What I just said.
Really?
Yeah, niggas ain't been in the household. They was because of that initiative or whatever you want to call it. Men wasn't in the household. And then from that point on, they was bred to be like, yo, the man ain't gonna be here. So we have to
gotta step up.
Yeah, we have to take hold of the household and be the head. We have to be the head of the household.
But could it also be like on top of that? Because like I think that was around like the crack pandemic when like, you know, they were in a sense, maybe even before we talking about.
I think
was
it was
Nixon then?
really around the time. I think it was kind of around the crack
President Lyndon B. Johnson in 1964.
Like when they were like arresting, like, you know, the fathers, putting them in jail because that's when like crack really hit like
in the 90s.
Our community. But like, do you?
But it kind of started with that Lyndon B. Johnson in the 60s.
But do you feel
women started kicking men out of the house just so they can get that free money?
Yeah, for the welfare.
Because it was more than whatever that broke ass nigga could make at the time.
But look,
just because he can only make some. Just because he could only.
What he said though, like what you just said.
But he could only make so much at the time.
But that could be one man. Let's think of all of the other men that weren't even bringing anything into a household. On top of taking away from the kids.
But that's
women just fucking tired. Women been tired for
at that
years.
Time,
women been tired.
What was it? 1964? You said in 1964, it ain't no way no nigga was living off no woman.
How you know? We wasn't alive.
In 1960. When could women vote? Look that up. When could women vote?
That was what, like 19...
Research department.
August 26, 1920.
Okay.
But
yeah. That was what
had to be white women. Like that wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's different, dog.
Like, when did African Americans get the right to vote? Because that was after women got the right. I feel like it might have been
passed by Congress February 26, 1869, and ratified February 3rd, 1870.
That's after that.
That is after.
No, he said 1864 is when the other thing passed. 69. That's 5 years later.
But we talking about in 1964 when you saying.
Well, that was when
the Lyndon B. Johnson thing passed with the welfare shit.
Yeah.
And then in 69 is when people. That's 5 years later.
Okay, so what's your point?
The point is that there's been the white man. Look, I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to put black women against black men. I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say is the white man put black women against black men, and we continue it now in 2020, fucking 50, 60 years later.
I agree with that, but it's also
I'm gonna like drop it a big bomb. It was way before the 1960s. You got to read the Willie Lynch letter.
Okay.
It goes back to that. Just stripping the black man out of the household.
Exactly.
And why do you think that was?
Because the white man was trying to split us. They even did it.
As a woman, I don't think you understand as a woman how much power you have. You dictate.
Intentionally did that too.
What was that?
I was saying like with the crack pandemic, they intentionally did that too.
Oh, yeah.
But go back to what you were saying.
Project?
Yeah.
Because that's how you control the society. Because who instills our values in us?
Women.
Woman.
Yeah.
The woman is.
So if I could take the man out of the house who's supposed to be the head of the household, who you're supposed to be submissive to, who's supposed to lead you, you have to do it yourself. So you're creating the values and shaping and molding these young men and women.
Okay.
So if I take that and I have control of you, I control everything you produce and everything they produce and everything they produce. So it just continues.
Okay.
You got to read that Willie Lynch letter. It's really crazy. And
Okay.
it's a short read. It's probably like 20 pages, if that.
That's dope. I'll read it.
All right.
Okay, so look,
What's your religion? What's your like religious? Are you religious? Like, are
I'm
you
a Christian? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I
So
mean, like,
that alone should show you.
I mean, I know what the Bible
that's
say
what-
about submission and the man being the head.
No,
of the
what I'm saying is
household.
that's where the white man did that. They made sure they devalued the black man as much as they could. They tried it from slavery,
No,
and
that's
even
true.
once they freed us, they tried, and that was my point with the welfare thing. They was like, okay, we'll give you welfare, but you can't be married. You can't have a man. You can't have a husband.
Okay.
That's working. Yeah, you
Okay,
can't have
so,
a man,
all
that
right.
husband that's
Okay,
working.
So I'm receiving what y'all saying. So that's 1964. Here we are in 2020. So this is the problem. I'm big on like, so what, now what? So what should we be doing as the next, like, I don't want to say next generation, for our next generation? So for your kids, for my kids, I don't know if you have kids, but like, how can we be instilling the right things in them?
I think there are men that are doing it. But what I was just trying to get to is that the narrative, in which I hate that word, but the narrative on social media and abroad is that we're going to shit on black men. And you can even see it now. Like,
it's getting better.
Is it?
Better.
Maybe I don't follow those pages.
After the Meg the Stallion thing, they kind of came back to it. Black men don't protect. Black men don't protect black women.
I was here.
They show all these videos of, and what's crazy is they show videos of high school kids. These ain't even men. These kids, high school kids, talking about how they want white women over black men, over black women.
I don't know what they want.
Exactly.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
But I'm saying
High school.
that, but I see women retweeting and reposting that shit saying, but I know plenty black men that love the fuck out of black women that don't believe back.
I agree.
I ain't never been in no relationship with a white woman.
Me neither.
Ever in my life.
but when
And
I
I've
was younger,
never
I thought
ever
that
wanted
was
to be in a relationship with a white woman.
Yeah.
It don't,
It's foreign to you.
I don't want it. I really don't. It's not like culturally we too different. And so where it's like I know, no, I don't want that shit. I don't want pumpkin pie.
It was fire.
I don't want pumpkin pie. I don't want that shit. I'm gonna feel uncomfortable meeting your dad just because this nigga like 50. He at least 50. Well, I'm 30. So he probably at least 60. For white people be different. They had kids at 35 years old. They had their first kid. So this nigga probably like 60 plus years old. I don't want to meet this nigga. I don't feel comfortable meeting him.
Get out.
I don't know what he owns.
Sunken place.
I don't know what he owns. I don't want that. And I'm not even attracted to white women like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've had sex with white women.
So they good enough for you to sleep with, but not to come?
No, it's just to say that I did it. It's like an experience thing. It's like I went, it's like I went skydiving. That's what it's like. No, real talk. That's what it's like. It's like, oh, I went skydiving. It's like, yeah, I fucked a white woman. That's what it's like for me. To me.
He compared it to skydiving.
No, real talk.
You might die. No, go.
You might though. On what? If her pops find out, you might die.
Shotgun.
No, but real talk. Like, that's all it was for me. I ain't never ever in my life wanted to be with a white woman. Never. I ain't even gonna say white woman. I've never ever wanted to be with a woman that's not black. I don't want to be with a Latino woman. I don't want to be with an Asian woman. I don't want to be with the Indian woman. I don't.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that. Even though I haven't dated outside my race, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't.
No, I don't. I want to be with a black ass woman. And me being born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in the North, I specifically wanted to be with a woman from the South.
Okay.
Like, that's how deep my shit go. I don't want nothing else. I want a black ass woman. I want black ass children.
Black as hell.
Yes, black.
Crunchy black.
Even though I made a kid with a black ass woman, and my kids is light skinned as fuck.
They just need lists.
But I want a black woman, and I want black ass kids. I don't want nothing else.
I didn't say I won't date outside my race, but
I would never.
I'm not dating no Asian.
Never.
Asian men creep me out.
What?
I just like something about them.
I'm Asian.
I mean, you mix with something else. You mix with something, bro. Yeah, you look black, my nigga. You don't look Asian.
We gonna pull back.
What? Like, but you know, I wouldn't. I couldn't say I wouldn't. You know, my grandmother is white. You know, my mother is 50% white. I mean, people be like, "Oh, I'm 25%." Like, no, I'm African American. Like, you know, I represent. You know, but I mean, I have kissing white guys, and it just don't feel right.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I kissed a white woman.
My lips already little.
That shit was horrible.
People with little lips, it's like,
I kissed a white girl, and that shit was horrible.
Lips extra
and
watery.
she smoked. I was like, oh my God. I almost threw up.
He's like, dude on the
Yeah, I was
but I mean, I date a little, you know, Hispanic, you know.
No, I wouldn't even do that.
Get some Puerto Rican rice.
I feel, the Hispanic, you know, that's probably about as close as I'm gonna get.
That's it.
They black too, though.
I mean, I dated a Nigerian. He was Nigerian. He black.
That's black.
You know,
that's black.
He was blacker than black. You know, my daughter's father is Haitian. You know.
Oh, that's black. Black.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, don't get no blacker than that.
I'm not against it, but you know, I don't know about.
I want
Caucasian.
I want my woman, if she's any of those other things, she mixed with that shit.
I feel you.
She can be mixed in whatever she want, but she gonna be black. That's
black. She can be black. It's gonna be some nigga in there.
That black come first. You can be whatever else you want to be,
mix
but
with
you
black
first.
You mix with black.
I gotta have some black in there.
No, man, I feel you. I just feel like just culturally sometimes it's like when you're so used to something for so long and you get exposed to something different. Like, I mean, going to holidays and just understanding social norms, like their norms are different from ours. Like, I don't know. It's just super different.
I would love to experience that. I always wanted to, and that's the one thing that I can say, excuse me.
Going sledding and shit?
That's the one thing I can say about, like, where if I would have went to college.
I go sled.
That's the one thing where I'll be like, if I would have went to college, that's the only thing that I feel like I would have missed out on going to college. It's just experiencing other people and other cultures.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about no Asian cultures. I don't know nothing about Latin cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up on that outside of college though. I went to a barbecue on the south side. It was the funnest shit ever, bro.
Yeah.
It was the funnest shit ever. They turned up. Like, it was cracking over there. Whole family back there dancing, having a good time, drinking and shit, playing drinking games. I was like, man, I love y'all motherfuckers. So at the end of the night, it was dope.
Yeah.
And I guess let me make that caveat, make that clear. I don't hate none of these other cultures.
He said, we know you don't hate him.
Hold on. What's that? I ain't never heard nobody use that.
We know you don't hate him. You have a preference.
Kind of another word for devil advocate, I guess. Kind of. No.
It's okay to have a preference. You prefer.
It's just the explanation. That's it.
Okay.
Just the explanation. I love all other cultures. I don't discriminate against nobody. But as far as who I'm going to be with for the rest of my life,
you choose
I
what you
want a
choose.
black woman.
You choose what you choose.
No doubt. Hands down.
I respect that.
I don't even care if the woman, she could be Asian or whatever, all these other stuff, and talk and cook and do all that other stuff like black women do. She still don't look like a black woman. So at the end of the day, she gonna fail there. I want my kids to have nappy ass hair.
Right.
I don't care. I'm good on that. I don't want all that shit. I want my kids to be like me, genetically.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
You want to be able to look at them like, that's me right there.
Yes, exactly.
That's me right there.
I don't want to look at them and be like, God damn.
Look at your little black ass. You look just like me.
Little black ass.
And what's crazy is because I always said, what's crazy about that though is like, I said, like, I never name my kids after me. Neither, I've always said, it ain't gonna be no
names. Yeah.
My real name is Dondre.
Dondre? What's wrong with that? Nice name.
No, it is, but I'm me. It's only one me. I'm Dondre.
DJ.
You ain't got no twin.
No, exactly.
DJ.
Or no clone.
And even if I did, no, it's me. I'm me. So I know I'm me,
Junior.
and I want my kids to be them. They names both my kids' names. They start with D.
Nice.
And just like me, they ain't got no middle name.
Mm-hmm. Just like my
but
uncle.
they got their own names.
Yeah.
They them. Like you not me.
Yeah.
But you from me, so I'm gonna make sure people know you from me, so you know they relate. Yeah,
right.
but you not me. You.
Right.
Nice.
Who was
Never heard that.
Who was that with that one on there? Do you deserve a good woman?
That's him.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
People be
Talk about that.
People be asking for stuff that they not ready for.
They don't.
Or you know, like we was talking about earlier, like you get out of a relationship and you hop right into another one. But I guess deserve is a little different. So I guess that's.
And more so, are you ready for it?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it's kind of along the same lines. Are you ready for that though?
I think everybody.
I think it's both.
Are you actually ready for it?
Does everybody?
Not everybody deserve to have a person.
Some people are
a good person to love you. Why don't you deserve that?
If you a fucked up person, you think a fucked up person deserves
everybody over that you come across.
You probably need more.
You don't deserve it.
They need themselves. Like they don't need to loop another person in so they can figure themselves
don't drag
out.
Me into your
like,
bullshit.
Everybody needs love.
Everybody
That's
wants
true.
love.
Hey, do they deserve it?
Everybody wants love. Everybody yearns for it. And I mean, love can be, there's different types of love. There's a brotherly love. There's a agape love. There's different types of it, right? Mm-hmm. So if you want a more intimate love, like not everybody deserves that. Like think of people who choose not to ever be married or choose not to have, like, let's think of, what is it? The Catholic Church, we know scandals and stuff behind that, but they choose not to have that type of connection. You can still have a brotherly, sisterly love and not have that type of connection. So, I mean, not everybody in a sense might not deserve the type of love that they want from their significant other.
That love may be the love that you're missing. Maybe the love that you need.
I think everybody is entitled.
Yeah, I like that.
To it.
Entitled.
But deserve is a different word.
I like entitled.
And see,
I don't like entitled because you're not entitled to shit.
But deserve, like you're not deserving of, like, that's a privilege. Like I don't feel like everybody deserves certain things.
I want to ask you. So what's the difference between entitled and deserve?
Like this is something that's coming to you. You should get this.
Mm-hmm.
No. So what's that?
That's entitlement?
That's entitlement. Like this is like you're entitled to your inheritance. Like this is something that should go to you.
What's the definition?
So what's deserve?
something that you should. Damn, they're the same thing. Like you should have this.
But I don't think that. I feel like
I'm big on Google.
Research department.
I'm big on Google.
Hey, I'm big on the definition words. I feel like deserves means you should get it regardless
It says
of the fact.
entitlement,
And I think entitlement is something
it's having
you
the
have the privilege to have,
You
but
have-
that don't mean you should get it.
Yeah, so entitlement is the fact of having a right to something.
The right.
The amount of which a person has a right. The belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special
Drop that D
treatment.
word in there.
It put the same word in there, so that's gonna fuck it up.
Okay, but that was just like different forms of it. So not different forms, but different
Definitions.
definitions of it. I mean, let's look up deserve. I mean, I guess all people feel like they are entitled to finding that special person. And I guess entitlement and deserving is similar, right? They fall in the same category. It says verb is an action, though. Do something or have or show qualities worthy of. So, entitlement is a noun, which is like.
So exactly,
Yeah.
which is not, doesn't mean, it's not direct.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
And see,
a verb
deserve is like, oh, you gonna get that shit.
You working to get the love. You working to get that
That you're gonna
person.
get as well, though. Like by law, you're entitled to this.
Not necessarily until somebody is putting forth
but listen to what you said. Should. What is should? You should get it.
You should get it, but you might not
you
get
deserve,
that shit.
You should get too.
Right.
No, but deserve
For
is
you
like
to deserve something, you have to do something to get
But the
it.
same thing. It's interchangeable. It's a synonym to it. It's a synonym to that word.
That's what I hate
you work
about
80
that.
hours, you deserve.
That's what I hate
You work
about
80
the
hours, you're
English
entitled to this
language.
money. You
Right.
put it to work in, you're entitled to it.
That's what I hate about the English language. It's the fucking words to this shit is just
It's a bunch
stupid.
of,
But I feel like everybody.
And
needs
and what's crazy,
I mean,
I learned so
everyone
much
needs it,
about the
right?
English language after
But-
learning different other languages.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
you
I've-
learn how fucked up it is.
Yeah,
It's a bunch of shit motherfuckers
I
put
went
together
in elementary.
based off
I
other
learned
languages.
German,
yeah.
and then in high school I learned French,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did Spanish.
and
I
like
did both.
it's certain words that you can't even what's the word
Look, you don't even know because that's how fucked
Yeah,
up English is.
exactly. you can't the word I'm
Convert
thinking of is convert. It's certain words you can't convert that from English to another language. In a lot of languages. But in any other language outside of English, you can convert that word to an English word.
English is one of the hardest languages to
The
learn.
most difficult. And I learned
Super difficult.
I learned that in high
Silent
school.
words. and-
Yeah, silent letters, all that shit. And I found that out when I was in high school. We had exchange students. That was from I think it was from Germany, I want to say. And I was in French. So that was in our French class, and it was like, well, we don't have a word for that.
The fuck is that?
That's like, we don't have a word for that.
Or
the,
just-
the closest thing, and it was like, the closest thing we got is what it is.
Or just like words like to, T-O, T-W-O, T-O-O.
Yeah.
Like just,
There,
There.
T-H-E-Y-E, T-H-Y, convert, yeah, T-H-E-I-R-E, T-H-E-R, it's what?
people who have learned, people who have
Like other,
English still struggle with those types
Exactly.
of things.
I see it every day.
like other, I didn't even think, I just thought about that now, like, but other languages don't have like apostrophe.
They don't.
Like we do.
Yeah.
Like T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. They don't have
do
that
the
type of
most.
shit.
We just do the most.
It's there, and then there's there. They are,
But-
and then it's,
And,
There.
and
It
this
belongs to them.
this will go into a whole another thing with me, but that's the difficulty we have with the Bible.
Mm.
That shit been translated
versions.
so many times.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean all of them have been written by man.
I mean,
They say like they spoke into God, like God had spoken to them, and they wrote it
what
down.
What other religion is
How you
to
feel about
man, but specifically Christianity's Bible got so many versions compared to Islam, the Quran. Yeah. It's one version.
Yeah.
One.
I mean, I think it's
and they try their best
to
they try their best to translate it into English, but it's one version. You got the king, you got the as Charlemagne say, we got the LeBron James version.
Hit me one time.
Like King James, New Living Translation,
American, all that. It's like
New American Standard. I mean, the King James version is the original, version of the Bible.
Is that the original version?
I mean, I can't. I don't have a definite answer to that. All I know is
I know that's what most preachers go off of. They said the King James version.
When I'm studying the Bible, I'm looking at the New Living Translation because it's just easier to interpret instead of like those thy, thee, and hath, like all of that. Like I just will rather just read it to my comprehension to like today's times. But I know some churches still use the King James version. However, I know of like newer churches that non-denominational.
Those are the ones
they're using newer versions. I mean, like, okay, I grew up Lutheran, and we did, the King James version, and then I was at a Baptist church, and we did, New Living Translation. So, I mean, I think it just varies depending on maybe the audience that you are servicing, or like whatever the pastor decides. But I mean, yeah, I just believe what's in the Bible. Like the Bible is His word, and is God, and the God is in the word, and that's just my belief.
So you're a Christian?
I am, but you know what? Like,
y'all claim anything?
I love and embrace and accept all different types of people. I know people who are, homosexual, transgendered, people who are Muslim, people who are atheists. Like, my job as a Christian is not to pass any type of judgment on him or her. It's to just love them and embrace them for who they are. Like, I'm not going to take away from the gifts and talents that they have because their belief system is different from mine.
You know what's crazy?
So, like, I embrace all people,
and that's how it should be as a Christian.
I'm a mess myself.
That's how it should be. When you're a Christian, I got
90% of Christians are Trump supporters.
Yeah, I got a homeboy though.
You know what the scriptures say about
and
love.
They supposed to be accepting him, but they was going in on him like they was ready to fight him just because he didn't believe.
And it's like that's not our job. Like, that's not our job as people on earth. It's not our job to be like, oh, you wore a pink hat. Like, I don't like pink. I hate pink. You suck because you wear a pink hat. My job is to be like, oh, dope. You like a pink hat. That's not my preference, but that's okay. That's your style, and just rock with it.
You know what the problem is?
If people just a mess.
You actually like. It seems like nowadays you can't dislike something because if you dislike it, you're a hater. It's like I can't just not like the shit.
You know what's crazy about what? You know what's crazy about that? How you saying it about Christians? I think people that's quote unquote woke do that.
What?
What you just said. Like, if you not this, then you no good.
Side,
yeah.
Basically.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, like, how do you know if a person is woke?
They bash all this stuff that, the cancel culture is what I'll say. Mm-hmm. So the people that are with the cancel culture stuff are the woke people.
Really?
It's like, do you know, name we was just talking about last week?
The Muffin Man?
Who's the Muffin?
Who lives on Drury Lane?
No, we was talking about last week. The pastor that got fired.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I don't remember.
Carl Lentz.
Okay.
Who?
Carl Lentz. You don't know Carl Lentz?
I know who he was.
He part of a mega church in New York. And he got fired
Why?
from that church because he cheated on his wife.
Carlin.
That's crazy how
Lentz,
that work, ain't it?
Lentz.
I saw that.
Lentz.
And he got fired from the church, the mega church in New York, because he cheated on his wife.
Dude, you know how,
Oh, he's
you know
from
how many
Hillsong?
endorsements Tiger Woods lost from cheating on his wife?
He's
when they
a
came out?
Hillsong pastor.
Hillsong, yep.
All of.
You know how much
But what
money
I'm
they
saying
lost
is,
on
like,
just 'cause
they
he
did
stepped out?
that because of the quote unquote woke shit. Like, they wanted to get him out of there before it got out that he was cheating on his wife.
Are you friends with Justin Bieber?
Yeah, he helped Justin Bieber rebrand. I told you that. Yeah. But
So the woke people kicked him out?
what's Christianity though? No. The people, the head of that church did it because of the woke people. What's Christianity?
Accepting and forgiving people.
I just feel like loving all people and to.
But he just said it.
Yeah, but also
Forgiving people. How you
discipling
fire this nigga for cheating on his wife? It's supposed to be about forgiveness.
I mean, that might be just like accountability. Like,
but you don't have to. But you don't have to put it out there like that. You don't have to say you fired her. You could have said, "Oh, he's stepping away for a minute." They could have softened the blow.
And let him take a sabbatical.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, you fired.
No, you fired. They said no because they said they said, "Oh, it's gonna get on there." No, you fired, nigga.
No, I get what you said. No. That's true.
I was like, no, nigga, you fired. We finna get you out of here. We don't want nothing to do with that.
I was just talking about this. What's his name? John Gray. He is over a church. He's black man. Over a church. I think in Georgia. This is his third time cheating on his wife.
Oh no, he out of here.
No, but they did not. He decided to step down from his church to take a sabbatical to get himself together. He put like this Instagram post up about like he's sitting down from leadership to focus on his mental health and making sure that he learns to respect his wife in a better manner.
What's the black dude that was in he was in politics and he just did the interview with not, I don't think it was Oprah friend, not Gail King, the other black lady. It might have been Gail King. I don't know. I thought it was the other black lady. I can't remember her name. But anyway, like he did that shit and he was in politics and he did, but the point I'm making is like,
it's not our jobs to pass judgment on other people. That's not our job. Our job is to disciple, serve, love.
But people that feel like they can control that narrative surrounding that because they involved with it, they gonna do what they gotta do to make sure they separate themselves. Yeah. Make sure they separate themselves.
No, nothing to do with that.
Like, I don't have nothing to do. You was cheating on your wife.
He did.
We don't have nothing.
To do with that.
We don't have nothing to do with that. We're gonna make sure we gonna exile you.
I was exiled from my church.
Damn.
It's real talk.
I didn't even know that was a Christian thing. I know that's a
like what?
Yeah, that's a Jehovah's Witness thing.
Like, okay. So when I filed from a divorce from my husband because he was over a ministry, they told me I was out of line for filing for a divorce.
But that was a leadership play because he was that.
With the mink coats was over the ministry.
He was over the music ministry at the church.
See, but that's what I'm saying because he was at a certain point.
He did some sermons, so he was, I guess, a minister, considered a minister. And although I was there prior to him coming to the church, I was over the children's ministry. I was super committed, tithing. I was going Sunday school, just being present, like. But because I was choosing, in a sense, to part ways, from the, marriage, I was frowned upon and ostracized. It's like a plague. Like
That's
in
what
the
I'm
black
saying.
church,
That's why I
like-
don't fuck with Christianity no more.
And it's not that I don't fuck with it. It just made me. Like,
I don't fuck with that shit at all.
It made me just be like, okay, maybe that wasn't the church home for me, and it has allowed me to kind of do more reflecting on like where I want to worship. So like I'm in this like limbo of figuring out like where I want to be, but like not allowing that to stop my connection and relationship with God. But that shit is real. Like people they're about image. Like some churches that aren't healthy, they are about image. And because he was more of value to them than I was, it was easier for them to be like, oh, bye, bitch.
You out.
Like, bye. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's what I'm saying.
It took me like 3 months to recover from that. Like, it was hurt. That hurt me.
I can't come to church on Sunday.
It wasn't that they didn't tell me.
I got church security.
It wasn't that they didn't tell me.
But they'll treat you different.
They were so not nice.
And that's how it is in a Jehovah's Witness. Like they call it disfellowship, and they'll disfellowship you, but they don't say you can't come.
Yeah,
but if you come, they won't talk to you.
Yeah, like it's weird.
It's crazy, and that's why I don't fuck. Church. Yes, that's why I don't fuck with that shit.
Nobody will talk to you. It's like sometimes,
and that's why I can't fuck with that shit no more. That's why I follow. Like I'm not gonna say I'm part of the nation Islam or I'm Islamic or I'm Muslim. I won't say I'm that, but I would rather follow that. And like I always like I took a what's the word? Like I got an attachment to that.
Yeah.
After watching the Malcolm X movie when Denzel was in it, I was like, oh, these niggas really want to build up. It was just from seeing them off want to build up black men, they got my attention. And then after over the years going to the Christian church and following that Christian, I was like, slowly but surely, I just got away from it. It's like I don't think this is it. Like for black people, I don't think it's it.
I feel like too, like to be honest, like because I grew up Lutheran, then I transitioned into a Baptist church. Like I just feel like sometimes us black folk be super messy and divisive and gossipy and nasty. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. They don't do that in the Nation of Islam. They don't do that shit.
Don't do it too though. Like I mean, I've never been to, I don't know really.
But that's what I'm saying. In the Nation of Islam, period, they don't do it at all. Maybe you can find certain churches in Christianity that don't do it, but in the Nation of Islam, they don't do it at all.
I don't think it's a
they be
thing.
in church.
It's a people thing.
Yeah, it's a people thing. They have a common understanding.
But I'm saying
what they trying to
it ain't
do,
no people in the Nation of Islam that's doing that. Like they literally build niggas out of jail. This nigga, Malcolm X, was in jail when he got converted.
A lot of men get converted to the nation in jail.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's the point.
The Bible like a
niggas in Christianity is. Oh, I'm not gonna say they're not doing it at all, but it's a lot of people in Christianity that's not gonna attempt that. They not trying to do that. They ain't even gotta be in jail. If person like you just said, you was with your husband and you was trying to get a divorce. Yeah, and they was ready to X you out.
They frown upon people who divorce. I don't know. I'm like, what does the Bible say about that though? Like, they was trying to tell me like, oh, you didn't give it 5 years. The Bible say you're not supposed to get a divorce. I'm like, shit, y'all. To be honest,
is there a limit in the Bible?
No.
Exactly.
No limit. Really, the Bible.
I'm saying.
Really,
like,
the Bible.
Christianity,
really about,
they be making shit up. They be putting shit on.
The Bible talks about if you are physically abused or if someone heart is hardened, that means like a lot of resentment and anger towards that person. Like there are grounds for a divorce.
Why let it get that far?
And infidelity.
Yeah. Yes. Infidelity. Yes. But like, I was like talking to them about like, what about emotional and mental and verbal abuse? What does scripture say about that? You telling me I'm out of line, because I'm emotionally and mentally just drained because of verbal abuse. Y'all not in my house.
Right.
Y'all don't know what the fuck I've been going through for the past damn near year. Like, how dare you? Like, you know, God ain't gonna love me no less.
Right.
Like, God know me, God know my character. And it did make me, in a sense, it never made me question God, but it also it just made me be like, you know, yeah, like, where I want to worship, like who I want to be working with or working under or being under, you know what I'm saying? Like the type of leadership. But, you know, people try to interpret and make you feel convicted and try to say like the scripture said this, the scripture said that. And if you don't know your scripture, it's easy for you to just, in a sense, get caught up in it. But, you know, a lot of people feel sometimes convicted because people try to use scripture or try to God say it. Like, no.
That's what I'm saying, though.
I talk to God every day. You know,
that's why I couldn't follow that shit.
That
dog.
don't mean I don't go to church. I don't go to church every Sunday, but God talk to God.
Quote unquote Christians look at life as perfection.
Hell no.
And the people in the Nation of Islam, they don't look at that shit like that. And that's why I follow that shit. Like, it's different. Like, they look at it shit. And what's crazy is they quote scriptures from the Christian Bible.
I don't want to say I feel like Christians look for perfection. I feel like Christians sometimes tend to put on these masks. Like, they can't be flawed. And I guess it ties into the perfection thing. But, you know, I think that a lot of people have been so prone to Wednesdays I go to Bible study, Sundays I go to Sunday school service.
And that's why it's so hard for people to.
I'm not like they not
to convert to that Christianity shit because they feel like they got to be perfect.
Yeah, I got to get my 10%.
And in the Nation in Islam, you don't have to be. They don't make you feel like that. They don't make you feel like you got to be perfect.
Yeah, I think too, like, on top of, you know, experience, and I always talk about experience, but on top of that, just like knowing like my own personal relationship with Christ, like, I know I don't got to be perfect for him. You know, I know that I can come to him dressed up mess and he's still gonna love me, and I can fuck up and ask for repentance. But that's because of my personal relationship. I don't need a church to validate and help me grow as a person. The church is just another outlet for you to connect with people, for you to grow in your relationship with Christ, and also get biblical teachings on what scripture says. But that does not necessarily
see, you know
mean,
that, but everybody don't.
That's true. That's true. But it took for me to have to learn God in my dark times for me to see that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think that at this point in our lives, like, we can't depend on other people to help us figure out who we are. Whether we Christian, whether we Buddhist, whether we're atheist, whether we whatever. Like, you know, we can't depend on other people to tell us who we are. Like, at a certain point, you should know who you are, with or without a Bible. Like me, I use the Bible to help me continue to know who I am as a person, who I'm called to be. But you can use the Quran. You can use whatever you choose for you to know who you are as a person.
Right. And with or without you having to go to a certain, you know, a type of service, whatever your, you know, religion may be.
You're supposed to tell the story about the craziest thing that started the argument.
Talking about food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Come on, Jay.
Yeah, I want to know.
I talked about it already.
He did.
Here.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
But it was basically I went to go get some food, and I guess I took too long. And I guess
You was mad?
Bitch instead of getting my food.
pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
And it was over because I was already, you know, feeling the type of way. That was strike 3. He was out of there.
But when you done, do you tell them right then, or you just let them go about their business and hit them with the fallback?
It was fall back instantly. I was so turned off. Because that wasn't the first time I had been accused of doing some shit I didn't do. So I was like, I'm not finna keep defending myself for some shit I didn't do. So it was.
I ain't never been accused like that. I get accused of some crazy shit, but never like that. That's why.
Okay.
What's the crazy shit then?
Just like goofy shit, like, oh, you talk to such and such, or bitch waking up out her dream, like, I know you fucking such and such, and I'm like, how the fuck do you even know her name? Like, I ain't talked to her in like a year. Like, how do you even know that I know her? Like, just crazy, just goofy shit. Like,
That's that alert game.
Trying to put shit together that ain't even there.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I just be like, let me just be single. I'm cool on all this. I ain't trying to.
What about you from a woman's perspective? It's some crazy niggas out there. They argue about some dumbass shit. We played the video.
I hate arguing with people. Like I don't
argue.
I do not like.
I hate it.
I don't like arguing. Like I'm a person that goes with the flow, and I can sometimes just a majority of the time just bite my tongue. But I have had an argument about my best friend. He's homosexual. I got in an argument about the fact that he wanted to hang around me and my sisters versus like hanging around him and his guys. Like, but that's not your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my friend. Like, why would he want to hang around you? Like,
why your friend don't want to be my friend?
I'm just saying though, like, why would you want to hang around him?
I was gonna say like not to sound like that, but it's like why you want to hang around this nigga? Like why you so thirsty to hang around this nigga?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's where the argument came from, and it was like a 5-6 month argument that it would come up like randomly.
Damn,
and
how
shit.
you argue for that long?
No, listen, I had to kick him out of the house because he refused to hang around him. So like the girls was upstairs in the living room.
I'm not finna argue with my girls about hanging with a gay dude.
Was in the basement and shit. And like my friend, like, no, I don't feel comfortable. Like, I don't want to go down there. Like, I came to see you. Like, which makes sense. I'm like, no, he don't want to come down there. Like,
your mans might have liked your mans, basically.
Huh?
Your mans might have liked your mans.
That's what it sounds
But I'm just saying though, like, but it was like an ongoing thing that led from like Memorial Day all the way to like December. I'm like, dude,
your
like,
man's definitely like your
petty
mans.
as a bitch.
Yeah, that's petty. Why you
had an argument about not making a plate and putting it in the damn microwave? I didn't make it was food left over, but his plate was not made and it was not put in the microwave. Like petty shit.
That's petty. I'm fat and I ain't.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm like, there's still food here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that it's no more food, but that's some petty shit that is just like, it's energy. It's like energy vampires where it's like, I don't want to be around it. Because I don't like arguing with people. I mean, I'm not a combative person. Like, that's what you do. Do you, boo? Like, that's what you feel? Okay. You know, what's the craziest argument with you?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think it was going to come back to me. I was
ready my way.
Topic.
Okay.
Social media. I got into a full argument in a restaurant. So I didn't post somebody on my Instagram.
What?
Yes. I'm like, dog, you post on my Snapchat all day.
Why does it matter though? Why do people need to know who you're talking to though?
And the craziest thing about it was because Shorty had already posted
don't post
on her
me.
IG and tagged me. So you already know anything you tagged me, it go on your page.
All right.
So you already on my page. What are you tripping for?
Keep them pictures for our personal.
And then,
you don't gotta post
petty. I'm so petty. She got an attitude in the restaurant and decided that she wasn't gonna eat her food. I ate her shit. I was like, shit, I ain't got no attitude. You got attitude. So I'm gonna just take your plate and eat your shit. This shrimp look good as fuck. So I'm just go ahead and take care of that for you since
I ain't finna let it go to waste.
Right, since you mad.
You didn't ask for a to-go box? You ate it?
Fuck no. You got an attitude. I'm eating your shit. I brought you here, got your food, and now you mad?
No, you can't ask for it to go because she gonna be like, I'm taking this with me.
No, hell no. You don't get food. I'm eating that shit.
Y'all reckless. Y'all reckless. She gonna go home hungry as hell.
And he was just sitting there looking at me, so I'm gonna just eat your shit too then. You mad? I'm not mad.
Right.
Just because you mad, I gotta be mad? I'm good.
I could be mad and I'm still gonna eat. So I mean, that's on you. If you want to be mad and hungry, that's on you. You could be mad
You
and
lost
eat
your
good,
appetite? No,
but
I ain't
shit,
lose my
I'm
shit.
gonna be good.
Hey, I don't let my mood affect
No,
me doing shit that I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm supposed to eat.
Your mad ass gonna be hungry.
I'm gonna not eat because I'm mad.
I'm gonna be even more mad because I'm hungry. So I'm gonna eat.
That's true.
And then I'm smacking this shit, making it sound extra good. Like shit, we ain't leaving till I'm done.
I'm gonna go out my way to do everything that I'm supposed to do because I'm mad.
Hey, girls,
It's like, okay, I know I'm mad, so I gotta make sure I do the shit that I'm supposed to do. So I'm supposed to eat? Hell yeah, I'm about to eat. You're not about to stop me from eating.
hey, girls be mad, then be mad that you ain't mad. Like, I gotta be mad because you mad. This song is nice. I like this song.
Exactly.
This movie funny.
That's what I'm saying. Song come on, hell yeah. Oh, this was already my shit. But I'm finna go out my way to make sure you know this is my shit.
My shit right here.
Y'all
You ain't never seen me dance.
No, because I'm not.
You ain't never seen me dance. I'm finna dance today. I'm dancing
doing the
today.
most, like
No, because women be
I'm
doing
not
that too.
mad.
When it be a song that be like niggas ain't shit, they be extra with it.
It didn't even gotta be no shit where it's like women ain't shit. It could just be anything. Like, this my shit. Like, whatever it is. It could be some it could be some fucking old school ass shit. Some fucking anything. Some classic shit.
Some Isley Brothers.
Some Isley Brothers be playing. Oh, this my shit.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm finna cut up.
Yeah.
Just because you mad.
Exactly.
You mad, you still mad.
Well, that's it, man.
Yeah.
Not included pod everywhere. Instagram,
Sure.
YouTube, Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Share that. Like that. Subscribe to that.
That's right.
Tell a friend. Tag a friend. You know what I'm saying? Share the link. All that.
I'm all that. Like T.I. said, I'm all that. All that. Do all that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no. Before we got done, though, I did want to do this at the very least. First of all, prayers to Boosie. Apparently he got shot in
What?
Dallas. Yeah.
When? This must have just happened.
Yep, today. So prayers to Boosie. Apparently he got shot
What?
in Dallas tonight. And then this was the other one I had for show. I wanted to shout out to Miss Mississippi. She won Miss USA. Black woman. Asia Branch, I think it was. Yeah. Yep. Asia Branch. So she won Miss USA Black Woman from Mississippi. I forgot where they said she was from. Bonneville, I guess. Yeah. Bonneville. Never heard of that place, but yep. Go ahead, do your thing. Black woman out of Mississippi. She'll be representing USA in Miss Universe. Oh, by the way, she's the first black woman to win Miss Mississippi. So, shout out to her.
Damn. Congratulations. That's dope.
And good luck to her. Be rooting for you. I don't know how to Miss Universe, how this winning vote. I guess it go to some judges though. But I'll be rooting for you. We'll be rooting for you, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
We'll be rooting for you to win Miss Universe. So good luck.
Right. Do your thing.
Yep. So yeah, not included pod, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe, like, comment. Right? subscribe, like, comment. What's the other one? I feel like it's another one. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Subscribe, like, comment, share. So yeah, subscribe, like, comment, share. And you gotta check me.
Don't check me. Check your IG live for that Gucci versus Jeezy. That shit finna be intense. This nigga, I'm looking at my phone right now. This nigga said, "Tell Buddy get ready Thursday, November 19th versus
Jeezy.
TV. Trap God versus Snow Cone." We call it Snow Cone.
This is literally bittersweet
as
to
close
me.
as we gonna get the 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. That's up there with one of them beefs. I'm surprised they doing it.
It ain't even about close. That's the same thing, right? Ja Rule tried to kill 50.
To me,
and Jeezy homie tried to kill
Gucci. To niggas that I feel like still don't like each other, but they doing this shit for the culture, and that's why I'm shocked.
I want to see
when you said they switched it. I was shocked.
I want to see if they're gonna do that shit like together. Are they gonna be together in person?
I'd be shocked. I'm gonna be tuned in. That day ain't nothing going on.
Next Thursday, I'm definitely
tuned
watching.
in. I'm having it on a laptop and on my phone just in case one of them.
I'm gonna have both. I'm gonna have my phone on. I'm gonna have my phone on airplane mode. It's gonna be strictly connected to Wi-Fi. Strictly Wi-Fi. No, and that I'm gonna probably just watch it on my computer.
Yeah,
because it's like I don't want no interruption.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching this. This is where I'm at.
I don't want to miss nothing.
I don't want to miss this at all. And I'm gonna tune in the moment they start. I want to be.
I want to be there.
Yes.
Whatever time they say they're gonna start,
I want to be there.
Even if they ain't on.
I don't want to miss
my computer gonna be on and my phone gonna be on, fully charged.
And I'm gonna have my phone up with notes. I'm gonna make sure I'm taking notes, ready for the talk about here. The next fucking Gucci and Jeezy. That's crazy. That's nuts up. Well, yeah, man. That's it, man. We out.